Welcome everyone to episode 21 of Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. We're gonna round the table here in a second, but I know one person's on pins and yellows because they're in damage. Everybody else is fine. Everybody else is gonna be okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Let's go around the table. We're gonna say hellos. We're gonna introduce ourselves, the characters we're playing, all that sort of good stuff. And then we're gonna jump into the thick of battle. And we left it at a pretty spicy place last week.
Spicy.
And you know what? I'll apologize. Apparently, I didn't realize this. I put the YouTube episode up, but YouTube did what YouTube does sometimes, and it didn't take the episode. And I didn't realize until yesterday, and I was like, oops. So I apologize that episode 20 from last week wasn't up until literally last night. So good stuff. Me.
What do you mean it didn't take the episode?
Sometimes when you upload directly from Adobe, it goes, no, and then it just errors out, and I had no idea.
So you gotta check it out and you blow the cartridge.
Yeah, YouTube has not been appeased.
You take exactly. You blow them then into the cartridge.
Like a rabbit under a blood moon.
Put it back in. So let's go around and start with. Let me roll a d6. I never do. Oh, Dread, you're first.
Would have loved to
Nice.
Hey!
How is everyone? I'm Dread. I am a professional game master, storyteller, maker of many noises. I'm here on the internet trying to do my best thing. If you want to see what I'm doing, you can usually find me on the Twitch channel where I'm doing something crazy or weird. If you want to find something more consistent, I'm on there on Thursday night, 7 p.m. AEST with a brand new crew. Super exciting. We are currently running through a Call of Cthulhu campaign, horror on the Orient Express. I've got many things in the works. Can't talk about them because, you know, I'm not announcing things until they're ready to be announced, because that's what you're actually meant to do. But, you know, I just like to have as much fun as possible, so hopefully you'll join me on that. I'm playing Oleander tonight, who is the youngest and most naive of the family, but is finding their feet, finding their bravery, their courage, and looking to their siblings, but maybe not as much as they used to. We'll see.
Character growth.
I don't die tonight.
Yeah. Good stuff. Thank you, Dread. Also, you'll notice in chat that there is a prediction going for who will roll the first nat 20. Get your votes in. Let's figure it out. Next, let's roll another number. Goose, Zach, you're up next. Go ahead.
It's me, Zach Speaks Giant, and all the things. I have a YouTube channel where I share silly stories and silly D&D thoughts. You can go there. You can also go to Twitch, where I also exist. I'm actually playing just a touch more regularly now, so you can join my campaigns, one of which is a campaign with Instead of Adventurers, they're post offices delivering mail around their town, and the other which I just ripped wholeheartedly from The Mummy. So nice. Enjoy those.
Anaxuna Moon. Emotep. That's the only scene I remember in that whole movie. That's good. It's the best scene. All right, next up, Ellen.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. You'll all have to bear with me because I'm not doing well with my sinuses tonight. So I might just be sniffling and crying in the corner. But it's not my emotions this time. It's just my sinuses.
Everybody send your positive energy to Ellen. Go ahead.
Send energy in chat.
Yes.
Let's hope it kicks in during this session. I am Ellen K. Graham on on Twitter. That's right, the only one. Anyone else, come fight me on Twitter. I will reign victorious.
Nice.
If you are in Adelaide, I don't think anyone in chat is, but if you're in Adelaide, I will be performing drag tomorrow night with Are You Drinking Comfortably, a storytime drag event for adults, you know, so don't bring your bloody, you know, drag and kids politics into it. This is for adults, because we're going to get drunk and we're going to read children's stories as God intended.
Nice.
So that's going to be quite fun. And mainly you can follow me at Roll to Cast. It's ROLE if you like TTRPG podcasts. We've just finished recording our latest season of Die, the RPG.
Nice.
Based off the comic by Kieran Gillen. He followed me on Twitter. I'm not freaking out. You're freaking out. We just wrapped recording on that. I have been the GM, and it's a really, really intense love letter to all things TTRPG. It's an intense story, so get in on it. Episode 3 dropped today, so yeah, check that out, subscribe. And I am playing Juniper Rose, who is the hashtag sad girl of the bunch, hashtag
Aw.
eldest daughter. And I'd say now, unless you subscribe, you know, all of your money to
Hashtag
Rackham,
dead.
I'll never.
What?
Yes, she'll be.
What do you mean
dead,
hashtag
and
dead? What are you
I
talking
will
about?
never let her be happy ever again. It's my purpose on this earth to make sure that no matter what the decision is, Juniper martyrs and suffers the most.
Nice. I'm gonna throw a genie with a wish at her and see what she would. I wish to be unhappy for the rest of my life.
I
Nice.
wish for my whole family to be happy at my own expense.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow.
You can't picture a world where both could happen without her suffering. So there you go. Anyway, that's me.
Well done. Not depressing at all. I hope you feel better soon. But I hope Juniper as well feels better soon. This is wild.
Never.
The last of the two. All right, so 50-50 shot. 1 to 3. It's AJ. 4, 5, 6. It's Rob. We all know it's gonna be like a 1 or a 2 because that's just how it is. It's a 3. So AJ, the better twin. Why don't you tell us where we can find you?
Wow.
The +1 twin is what we call it.
The +1 twin. Yeah.
+1 twin.
Save the best for last.
Hi, I'm AJ Winters. I am a professional dungeon master and storyteller and world builder from Winter's Tales. You can find me on Winter's Tales Co. on all the platforms, all the places where I just tell stories and make fun characters with silly voices. But for tonight, I'm playing Corylus, the technically middle sibling of this family, as she was the first twin born. And she's a wizard. She's a wizard.
She's a wizard.
That's all you need to know. She might die tonight. We might all die.
I kind of hope everybody pushes through without taking any damage. That would be amazing.
That would be a miracle.
You
Because
kind
you've
of
told
hope
us.
that.
You've told us how much we could take in one round.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but we've also seen how he rolls.
True.
Yeah, this
and
is true.
I'm going to be using my... No, I'm not going to use my physical attacks. I'm going to test Tail Spider and not roll like poop. I will go next, and then Robbie will go last, since he said best for last. That's fine. I'm going to kill the players tonight. That's me. Okay. Here you go. Rob, you're up next. Where can we find you? What are you up to? What are you cooking as a professional dungeon master?
Well, I am a professional dungeon master, a full-time TTRPG player and nerd. My name is Robert Hartley, GM. Well, my name is Robert Hartley. My brand is Robert Hartley, GM. You could probably have worked that out without me specifying. I'm all over the internet. Robert Hartley, GM. I do Dungeons & Dragons related content. I am most well known for being the dungeon master for a comedy group called Viva La Dirt League, but I also have my own podcast, my own Twitch, my own YouTube, my own Instagram, everything. You can find me all over the place. What else? I do Dungeons & Dragons related content all the time, so if you like it, check me out. If you don't, why are you here? I'm playing the fourth child of this family, technically speaking, the other twin. And the good news for Ollie is, although he is the fifth child, there's a very good chance that he becomes the fourth child tonight, because I'm starting this episode on 11 hit points.
Yes, and that's your maximum hit point currently because it got reduced by a bunch.
I mean, when you die in a family, they're still your sibling. I just want to point that out.
No.
It's not like you were
I'm looking
erased
forward to
from the
promotion.
family
If one of
You
my
are
older brothers
literally
dies.
ripped from
One of my
history,
older brothers.
and nobody
Everyone.
remembers you.
It's
Oh,
Battle
I
Arena
thought you meant
Wars.
No, me in real life. I'm
Battle
looking
Royale.
forward to a promotion when one of my real life older brothers dies.
Whoa. Also, I love the fact that you and I have two cameras because I can now do like a.
That's it. There it is.
Look at the
Nice.
camera.
The office look. I love that.
Get into your camera.
There we go.
And
I'm
back to
gonna throw us to the trailer, and then we're gonna jump in. We're gonna do recap. We're gonna make sure that we get everybody nice and cozy. Get your popcorn. Get your tissues. I don't know. That'd be weird. For crying. I mean,
What?
that's what I meant. For
Oh,
crying.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm going. We'll be back.
It's a
We'll
real
be right
joke.
back. We'll be right back. Oh God.
It has been 300 years since the gods punished the world of Kryn. They shifted continents, sundered nations, consumed empires. 300 years since the gods departed, ushering in the time of darkness. Yet nothing is eternal. The world begins to heal. Fragile nations rebuild, tentative alliances reforge. But in the shadows to the east, the drums of war sound. Will darkness consume the land, or will heroes stand in its way? Welcome to Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen.
All right, as we... Oh, what's happening to my audio? I think we got it. We got it. Cool. Give me a second. I'm moving my desk as the slowest moving desk in the history of the world. This is a good sound effect that you want. Hi, guys.
Right.
Sorry,
Hey,
we're just
Mona.
slowly rising up my desk. Everybody, don't mind.
Like the
Everybody's about to
opposite
die, but
man of
first...
a truck reversing.
Let's lift my desk. All right, we're gonna do a recap. Last time that, thank you. The trailer is amazing. Thank you very much. Okay, last time we played, the Hartman family had finished, or had returned to Castle Calaman, and there had discovered that knights of a kind had shown up to assist or render aid, and it turned out it was all lies. And as you advanced, destroyed these ancient Salamnic knights under the control of one Lord Soth. You met and destroyed one Caradoc, the physical embodiment of the Trapper, using another knight as its vessel. You kicked his ass. Let's just be honest. You whooped his butt. There were like 12 bears and 15 of you, and you did really well. Pushing on past him as he was banished back to Dargard Keep. The rest of you pushed on down into the catacombs, where you discovered ancient cataclysmic fires still roaring, providing you with visions of somebody's past that you finally pieced together Lord Soth's story. He had pushed on through the catacombs, destroying statues to prevent the animated armors from activating, cleverly fixed, and eventually going through... No, I was clever. Going through broken tunnels, ancient remains, a skeleton wielding a massive battle axe. You arrive into the final chamber of these catacombs. And there, facing you, engulfed in the same cataclysmic fires, a knight in ancient Salamnic armor, behind which a statue of a dragon curled around this tomb with a lance broken and stabbing it through the chest. And as you stepped into this room, you saw the knight turn to face you, Goose leading the charge, with a stone dragon behind it arising and staring at you with baleful eyes. And that is where we'll pick up tonight, today, this morning, wherever you happen to be.
Rackham,
Yeah.
can we truly say that it faces us when clearly it has no face to speak of?
I mean, it's a
As
statue.
it's just a
Skulls
skeleton.
have a face, no?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. This is fine.
All right.
That's
Semantics. Parents, get in the comments.
Get in the comments.
Get in the comments.
Yeah.
What do you
That's
think?
not a face.
Get in
A
the
face
comments.
is like the skin and musculature.
No.
All right, I'll die mad.
Are you saying a
Well, how
skeleton
would you
doesn't
Probably
have a face?
right now.
Yeah,
That's
how
very-
would you,
that's
how would you
pretty- that's
describe
pretty
the face
fascist
of a
of you.
skeleton?
You know, I have a physician on speed dial. Let me call him.
Bony.
Hello? Yes? Yes, it's me. It's Stanley Tucci. That's right. Uh-huh. Oh. No, a face is whatever you... Okay, it's fine. I'm right? Okay, perfect. Thank you. The doctor said I was right. It's not me. It's
I
the
stand
doctor.
corrected.
It's the doctor. I just... Canadian doctors, what can you do? As
I
you
I
s-
trust his opinion, to be honest.
I mean,
on anything.
It's Dr.
Oh, the
Doctorson,
doctor.
so you know.
Dr. Doctorson.
Exactly.
Okay.
Dr. Doctorson is very good. Number one
The
doctor.
in his
doctor,
doctor
give me the
field.
news. Is that who the song's for?
Maybe. I will... Wait,
We
I know
gotta
we're
get
we're
back
trying
on
to
track.
we're
I'm
trying to
Great
sorry.
recap,
Yeah, it's
Rackham.
fine.
we're
Yeah,
trying to
it's
make
great,
sure
yeah.
that, you know, everybody's we're not gonna die. It's fine. I'll reread the description as you enter. So just so you see, violet flames outline the tombs set into the walls of this spacious crypt. A heavy stone brazier sits empty near the room's center. A sarcophagus to the north lies in pieces at the mouth of a crumbling tunnel. This is the right. Yeah, this is the right. This is perfect. You see, the flaming dais holds a sarcophagus sculpting in the image of the knight, and obviously it is now open as the knight has left. You see a sculpture of a dead dragon impaled with a spear that is now equally awoken and engulfed in the same cataclysmic flames. There, marching down from the small elevated platform, this vision of death, as flames curl around it, its eyes lit with this internal fire as it turns to look at you, or generally in your direction. It's not facing you anymore. You can read the name under the sarcophagus as you come in, Goose, and it says Zanus Sarlamir, Knight of the Crown. That is the name that is etched in the tomb. And as he senses your presence, I'm going to ask all of you to please roll initiative.
This is one of those like what's that Superman bad guy where you have to say his name backwards to banish him?
That's it. You got it.
Or a Rumpelstiltskin situation.
Yeah, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Mixel-Plick?
You just need to.
Mr. Mixel-Plick.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you need to.
Oh,
You
the
need to just
little
read the name out
interdimensional
of
imp.
the sarcophagus, and we're fine.
25 to 20?
I got a 20.
I'm 21.
Ooh, all right.
Ooh, Rob is the
Rolled
plus
well for
one
once.
this time.
There we go.
Yes.
20
way
to
more. Way more.
20 to 15. 15 to 10.
13.
10 to 5?
Guys?
5? What
Guys?
did you, 6.
Good.
Okay, AJ, what did you
Guys!
get?
I got a 4.
That's good. That's very excellent. All right, let's roll for
I
the
tried
good.
real hard.
No.
Let's roll for the good guy.
Try so hard, but you can't.
The good guy.
Good guy.
Oh, good guy did not roll very well.
Can
And then
someone tell me again what that name was? The note?
Beefton Sazzleberry.
beefed. They both
Shut
rolled
up.
4s. Wow, this is
That
actually
was Black
close.
Rose Night.
This
Can you
goes like
please put
this.
a NPC in your game, Zach?
Beefton.
Beefton
Uh,
Sazzleberry.
the
I
name.
want to meet Beefton.
The name is. I'll tell you again. It was Zanus Sarlamir.
We're pretty close.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
Beefton-
close.
It
It
is
is as
Beefton.
ridiculous as Beefton Sazzleberry.
Kind of. I mean, listen. I don't.
Prefer...
No, we're not
Who
modify
looks
that
at a
in
baby
script?
and goes, you know, I'm going to name this baby Beefton.
Okay.
That's a beefy baby. That's a beefy
Beefy
baby.
The
baby.
inventor of the
The
beef
beefy
willy.
One of those
Lyndon.
Trumpsters.
As you are nearing with the 4 animated statues about you that are listening to every one of your commands, you approach, you see the crumbling tunnel, and from there, from your vantage point, you can see this knight that stepped down, his blade engulfed in flames, his eyes and face engulfed. Is very much like Ghost Rider. Like just fire everywhere. What would you like to do?
So, is it an action, bonus action, or anything for me to command these guys?
Bonus action once you give them a command, and then if you don't give them anything else, they'll just keep doing whatever you've told them. Otherwise, until then, they just protect you.
And I can give a bonus action to any one of the 4 of them, or all,
You can,
4
all
of
of
them
the
at
all
once,
4
or
of them, whatever it is that you want to do. Yeah,
So if I command 2 of them to attack and 2 of them to protect me, that would be
a bonus
okay?
action. That's fine. Yeah.
Cool. So I will, as a bonus action, say, you 2, on the other side of that guy, attack him. What? Remind me what they were. There was a sword, there was a mace, there was a bow.
There's a bow, there's a sword, there's a mace, and there's a warhammer.
All right. I will say to the sword and the mace to go on the other side of the Skeletor and attack. The bow and the warhammer, I say, protect me.
Okay.
That's my bonus action. Then when, if I was to theoretically
Yes.
target the lance with catapult,
And turn it
Is that an
into
object
wood,
that's
and then turn
being
it back
on
into
off?
stone. Sorry.
How much
That's-
TNT?
Too much TNT does that great. The stone or the lance itself is embedded in the stone.
it says I can choose an object within range that isn't being worn or carried. Would it be Would it be considered to be worn or carried to be embedded?
If something is piercing your body, what is that? I want to say
Impaled.
It is wearing you, if anything.
Impaled. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with like it's probably considered worn.
Worn or carried. All right, so I cannot target the lance with catapult.
If I loosen it, would it count as something else?
Yeah, it's if you,
By that
you could
definition,
you'd
if
have
we
to get to it and try to
thrust it,
yank it out. You
Is that
could.
depending on how
door or
deep it
ground?
is depending on
mean-
if it's worn or if
Yeah.
it's...
Roll for
Or
deepness.
if the
All
creature, we're gonna get into this talk with whether or not corpses are objects or if they're
Objects,
part of
yeah.
the environment at this point. So
right. If he's an animated stone
Yeah.
statue, is he an object?
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah. Anyway,
do I get the impression that pulling that lance out would help? Like in the old fable of pulling the thorn out of the lion's paw, and now the lion's on your side.
Mick, do you want to take your
actually can.
turn to do this, like to consider and go through your like?
I will do that. Yes, I will use my turn to consider it carefully.
Make
Watch
a
the,
history.
the animated statues.
Make a history or arcana check. I'll let you decide which one you want to use.
I am equally good in both, so that's a +7. I will make it. I'll make it in history because they don't. Oh, okay. They don't get used much. Is what I was going to say. That's a 10.
10. You're unsure. It's obviously something that's built into the statue. It looks like it was the statue itself was built with that in mind. It wasn't like an afterthought.
Right.
Whether or not pulling it out will do something. Now would immediately is more obvious to use the fact that there are flames in this room, and the flames themselves seem to be animating not just the skeleton but also the dragon.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. That's my whole action, so I will use my movement to step back out of line of sight of that guy and the dragon,
Okay.
and step behind my 2 remaining animated armors.
So the 2 of them will stand with you, and the other 2 will immediately go after your turn. So they will march up. There's a lot of people in the way. So instead, so this guy can move 30 feet. He basically gets here, and then the other one will follow suit and steps into the chamber. They don't quite get to the knight, but they're in the room.
Oh, good.
Goose, you're up next. You see here behind you, sort of pushing through the heavy footfalls of the statues, the armors that Lyndon has brought back to life, kind of pushing on, shoving out of your way, and they plant themselves in the chamber. You see this enormous knight, and behind them the dragon.
Goose?
Yeah,
Hartman is going to casually step off the sarcophagus he is currently defiling by standing on it. He's going to jump up towards the knight.
crouching, uncrouching.
You said that he spotted the nameplate, right?
Yeah.
He's going to march up, and he's going to announce to Mr. Salamir.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, Xanus Salamir. He fumbles the end of it. You said you've been forced to fight, but I think something of the Salamnic oath still holds. So I'm going to lay a challenge on your knightly honor. We fight till one falls. Smiley.
Okay.
Does Goose actually say smiley or like,
As he stands
in emoticons
before
for
you, he
school?
tells you in a hollow voice, I have been commanded to slay all those who would oppose Lord Soth. All. And his blade is like just engulfed in flames. He's staring at you, almost pointing at you.
My intention is that
He focuses on you?
with this kind of challenge that he would fight me first.
Okay. I mean, he's going to fight you for sure.
Sure.
Just gets decapitated, and we're like, that was a good plan.
So nothing on that front. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna stand in front of him. I'm going to cast Blade Ward, and I'm gonna take the beating of my life.
Okay.
If that pleases the court.
That pleases the court very much.
Pleases the court.
Let's do you blade ward. Let's say that it looks like this, so I just don't forget. Excellent. Okay. Do you do anything else?
That's my turn.
Juniper, in front of you, your brother walks up, all confidence, steps in front of the knight, who, with blade in hand, laser focuses and faces your brother. There it is. It's not looking at you. Behind it, this large serpentine stone-like dragon that is moving surprisingly with quite a bit of. It's very lithe. It reminds you more of a cat than anything else. You've never seen a dragon in the flesh before. This isn't exactly a dragon, but it's the closest Save the Dragon that you saw in town. It's different. It doesn't have the same as long neck. It is quite muscular, and it's definitely looking. It has a very beast-like appearance. It is. It's exactly that. It's Bowser. I didn't want to say, but it is Bowser.
It's Bowser. Okay, so I've got the dragon in play, and I've got Flaming Skullhead Man.
Yeah.
To which he will henceforth be known.
Beef, I think you said.
Oh, I don't know. Do I try something risky and roll sharpshooter? I'd like to try and take out the dragon's eyes.
Okay, it's up to you.
It looks like it's stalking us, right? The way
it's definitely turning around.
Moving towards prey.
Imagine a cat that's like playing with a mouse kind of energy.
Yeah,
it's definitely
so
curling.
I know there's.
It might not operate on eyeballs.
Well, this is my thing, but no matter what, it's a soft point that will cause a lot of nerve damage and pain. So even if it doesn't use it to locate us, hopefully it will.
It's made of stone.
It's a stone dragon. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a statue that's been brought to life. Yeah.
But in bringing it to life, it is still made of stone.
Correct.
Poo. I was thinking it was a full.
I mean, I can make it a full dragon. I don't mind it. I can change some stats really quick. I don't mind at all. Let me just take some notes. Real dragon. It's an ancient dragon.
Well, damn. Yeah, sorry. I thought it would
Actually,
had come to life per se.
Go ahead with that fun, Rackham, because it's currently pierced through the heart with a lance. So bring it.
Damn it! No. I mean, I'm sorry. Instantly dies. Dracolich. That's what I meant to say.
I mean, I feel like I can't really do that, but is it possible to get on the back of the dragon?
Is it possible to get on the back of the dragon is a question that I've waited for my whole life.
Well, it can't bite me if
it is.
It can't bite me if I'm on top of it.
You can. I love that Junie just writes things at this point. That's her thing, and I love it.
I am a ranger. I play as what I get.
It is within 30 feet of you. You could try to run and get to it. By doing so, you're coming awful close to the knight, and you're definitely running towards this, large-ish stone dragon statue. But I'm game. You could reach.
Let's try it.
Yeah,
I'd like to kind of hold on to the lance, that'll be my reins.
Okay, as you run up, the knight will take an attack of opportunity at you because you're running within its range, and then you leave its range. You guys see the knight's long blade reaches pretty far out. It functions almost like a scythe that has a 10-foot range. And Juniper, best as you might, you go in and out of its range. As he does a big sweeping motion. Let's do an attack. And that is a 12 plus. Ooh, this is high rolling for me, bruv.
Plus digits.
Plus 8, that's a dirty 20 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
You suffer.
Let's see.
Okay, 12 points of necrotic damage. And you find as the blade cuts into your shoulder, the blood that comes out of it is immediately congeals and begins to turn from the red into deep black. You cannot regain hit points until the start of the knight's next turn.
Ooh, okay.
So
interesting.
You run past the knight.
But
you run to
do I get on the dragon?
Now I need you to make, as the dragon requires you to make an athletics or acrobatics check. It's up to you. As you leap on its back, the DC is 15.
Okay. Alright. Oh! That is a 21.
Nice. You jump off the back of the wall, leap on the back of the dragon, you hold on to the lance. That was your bonus action. You still have your action. You're sitting on the back of the stone statue. You guys can hear the as it tries to turn and look up at now its unwanted rider. You have a lance in your hands. What do you want to do?
Did we ascertain whether pulling the lance was hokum or?
You have
it
not.
was just that Lyndon
That
couldn't
it's
do it
there
with
for a
spells.
reason. Okay.
You're literally on top of it. I mean, you could try to
Will it?
Legolas take
Will
two.
it?
You could take 2 bow shots at it from up above, but you're up close. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do.
I mean, I don't think my arrow is gonna pierce stone, but hell, I'll try.
Not
it.
with that
Whatever.
attitude.
Oh, yeah.
So do you want to shoot it, or do you want
Maybe
to try?
physics. Well, I
It's
don't
fine.
know. Like
You can.
I-
If you want to shoot it, you have disadvantage because you're in melee, literally melee contact with it.
You could shoot
Yeah,
at
I
the
mean-
skull dude as well.
I think
True.
if I was gonna shoot at anything, I'd shoot at the skull dude. I'll keep the lance in for now while I've got.
Okay.
You know,
Tighten
that'll
your
keep me
your
stable.
legs around the dragon's back and try to shoot. So this is straight rolls, yeah,
Straight roll.
on the knight.
Didn't roll too well. 14.
14 misses.
Do I still have my other attack?
Yeah. You have
Yep.
2 attacks.
That is a 16.
Misses. Both arrows, as they get close, the fire that's, embodies this knight consume the arrows before they ever land. So you've run, you've used your bonus and your action. Ollie,
That's me.
you're up.
All right. Ollie is going to look at the whole situation and shore up, reach for his mask. Time to hunt. He's going to put it on, and as he does, he's going to turn into the mighty wolf and charge forth next to Goose, and is going to make an attack against the skeleton.
Yep, you can get there. What's your movement speed as a wolf?
Yeah, I believe it's 40.
I think you're
but,
pretty. You can sandwich yourself between the dragon and the knight if you want to provide flanking. But
Yeah,
you
let's
have
do
you have
that.
pack tactics for
I do,
yourself.
yeah, that's,
So
yeah,
it's up
I was
to you.
going for that. So yeah, let's. I'll get pack tactics either. I'll get flanking as well. Yeah, what I'll do is I do want to provide as much defense as possible, so I'll do that as well.
Okay,
So, yeah,
you're
sandwich
between the
dragon.
dragon and the knight. This is an interesting place to be.
Right.
Okay, you have advantage on your strikes. Go for it.
Brilliant. I also have elven accuracy, which means that if I make a dex attack, I get to re-roll one of them and hopefully get a natural 20.
Nice.
For all of that elven accuracy from this wolf's claws.
For my wolf. I'm a wolf. I'm an elven wolf. Okay, so my total against Skelly Boy is going to be a 18, but I saved not getting in that one, which is nice. So,
18 hits.
yeah. Yeah, nice. That's going to be 2d6. There you are. Cool. And I need a strength saving throw as well.
All right. Ooh. 11 on strength.
11 on strength. Okay, that saves. It's going to be 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
Brilliant. And
Nice.
that's Ollie's turn.
Okay, you guys see the wolf run in, jumps, attacks, and as you rake against the armor, you feel part of it kind of break beneath your paw. The dragon goes next. The dragon now forgoes the creature that is on its back, and rather will focus on this enormous wolf and the nincompoop that's behind it too. The dragon will take a breath, and you feel the just amounts of stone that come out like a cavalcade of stone that just rushes at both of you. I need each creature, so that's the wolf, the knight, and Goose, to each make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Uh-oh.
Against the breath weapon of gravel.
Yeah, because we all have good con.
Okay, the knight saves.
17.
That's a success.
11.
11 is a failure. You suffer so oof.
Oy.
Oof. All right, let's roll the damage. Okay, not the greatest roll. 24 points of damage.
Okay.
Goose, that's halved for you. This amount of stone that rolls, so I said 24, 12 for you, 12 for the knight.
Actually, it
And
takes 6 because Blade Ward. I take half. I assume it's bludgeoning damage.
it is bludgeoning. That is correct.
Yeah.
Now, on a fail, you are also incapacitated until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
The dragon has expended its breath. You watch as it visibly, the flames that embody kind of shrink and recede a little bit, and it's going to move slowly as it has used part of the magic that imbues it. As it walks past, squeezing through and ending right here. Ollie, you do not, actually never leaves your range. But it is now in the middle of the chamber, looking down the hallway to see if anybody else is coming.
Also, mulch is falling off Ollie as his form is dropped with that amount of damage.
Do you have, and the temp hit points, were that involved in this as well?
Let me have a quick look.
So you do the math, let me know. Corey, you're up.
I didn't have any.
Okay.
Okay. Corey is going to... Where am I located? Okay, I'm in that tunnel.
Ooh. Also, sorry, did that count as magical? Is it magical bludgeoning damage?
It's just bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so then I took much less than that. Sorry, I'll figure out the maths. Sorry.
In fact, it healed me because I'm Goose, and I take no damage. I reflected back.
Took me down to
more.
-2 damage.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry, Corey, go ahead.
So that breath weapon was stone?
Yeah, it just breathed out literally stone. Just that pile of gravel that came out, and you watch as Ollie's kind of like dazed for a second. Goose just kind of hid behind the knight, who just absorbed a big chunk of the damage, and then just is still focusing on your brother. In front of you, there's Goose, there's Ollie, and then there are 2 animated armors under your brother's control behind you.
Okay. Seeing how much damage that potentially could cause and knowing how frail Lyndon is right now, Corey's gonna run out.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath on myself, if I can do that. It says touch a willing creature. I'm guessing I can do that to myself.
Yeah. Are you willing to touch yourself?
Yeah, I'm willing to touch myself.
Okay, that's not what I meant, but that's fine. Yeah, perfect. I'm tired, you guys. Okay,
Hey,
my
you
dog.
asked, Rackham?
Yeah,
You
I know.
asked. I am willing. So I'm answering honestly.
Oh yeah. So you run up to where?
I'm gonna run up to the stone dragon's neck, or as close to that as I.
Yeah, you can get right there.
I can't get to the dragon, can I?
You can. You're just literally.
Okay.
The dragon, but you will have no movement left to leave unless you face step. But that's a bonus action for you, right? So.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath. I'm going to do acid damage.
Nice.
And I'm going to breathe it under the creatures, under the stone dragon's like neck and throat, hoping to cause some damage to the area that its breath weapon might come from or something along those lines.
Okay. And this is a dex saving throw for me, I think?
Yeah, dex 15.
Oof. All right. Well, a pretty big weakness of the stone dragon. I rolled a 3 anyway, so that is a catastrophic failure on mine. So roll your damage.
Yeah.
As it stands there, your sister on its back. You breathe carefully below as not to capture her in your breath.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, that is 7 points of acid damage to its throat.
All right, you see the stone begins to as if to react to acid, and definitely pieces of stone fall out from it, but it's just solid stone. Just beneath where you breathe, you can see the lance that's embedded in its chest is peeking as it's walking now, like sort of looking like an extra nipple or something. But there it is, just sticking out as it's, dragging it almost on the floor. So you've run, you've used your
Hell of a
and
long nipple.
it is.
This is a
you
big
just-
nipple.
I don't know, man. Anything
Dibble,
else
I
that
mean,
you
dibble.
want to do?
And yeah, I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna bonus action. Face step onto its back. I know that.
Well,
I know
okay.
that Juniper is there, so I'm gonna go onto. If she's on the lower end,
It's a
I'm gonna go onto
double-seater.
the neck.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so you're near its neck and Juniper is near its back. Perfect. Listen, there's room for
So
two.
I'm gonna,
This is a pretty big
go to the
creature.
front,
But I'm going to ask you to make an acrobatics or athletics to try to hold on as you appear there. Let's see how well you do.
Acrobatics, did you say?
Or athletics. I'll leave it. You choose whichever one.
Acrobatics.
Where the tango lessons come in handy.
That is a 9.
You appear on the back of the dragon, but you're not able to hold on properly as it's moving. Your sister's there. It gets a little bit confusing. You can choose to land anywhere around it, but currently you're not able to grab on.
Hold on.
Do you want to be in front of it, behind it, beneath it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go beneath. I'm gonna.
If not, you could always
I don't
grab
wanna
onto
be-
the tail.
Yeah, I just don't want to be in its mouth range.
Okay, you just kind of duck, and you're currently
But, now I'm in its
squeezing
claw
under
range.
the dragon. You can immediately see where the
Step on the
lance is
dragon.
sticking
Yeah,
into
yeah.
it. The lance itself, you can tell now that you're really up close and looking up, is broken.
Ooh.
It's embedded, but like it clearly ends. It's not a complete lance.
I
It
touch it?
looks. Give me a perception check. Since you're right there, let's just do a
Okay.
quick. Like what's this?
This is the phrasing episode, by the way.
15.
15. This is a really ancient weapon. Like this is not a prop. This is something that just immediately looking at, you can see the runes that are etched into its the hilt. You can see how it's constructed. This is
Yeah.
the real deal. It's just broken and it's right there. It is embedded in the dragon partially, so it would require
Mhm.
some physical strength to pull out. But it's definitely there.
Don't have that.
Got that
Okay.
in abundance.
Yeah, don't have physical strength.
Before we forget, it takes 3 points of fire damage from the face step.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Thank you.
And dies, right?
Instantly, it just dies.
3 health left.
The knight.
Dragons notoriously very
The hate.
susceptible to fire.
Turns out
Yeah.
Rackham's was really bad at descriptions.
I am-
So
I
when
am.
you were saying it was lumbering along and the acid seemed to do nothing to it.
That's
it
it.
was left on
And
3 hit points.
I'm sorry, I forgot to say
He's
it's made
actually
of
been
wood.
describing a dog.
It's just made of wood and it just catches fire and it's dead. The knight looks at you, Goose, and it tells you,
Before we proceed, just a rules question.
yeah,
Does the breath weapon from a dragon count as a weapon attack?
no.
Ah, bugger. Okay. That's
Can
bad
it?
for me then.
Can it? I mean,
can it? May it?
But
Can it? May it?
But no. Usually it's specific about make a weapon attack, and this is just like a breath. So
But
Why?
it says
It's
weapon.
just a breath weapon.
It's fine. It's fine.
you know what? Let me read it. There is no.
It's
The word
definitely
weapon
not.
does not appear in that. It has a bite
Dumb.
attack that's a melee weapon attack, but the
Yeah,
breath
yeah.
is not. Sadly, no. In fact, you take double the damage now.
Dang.
Insolence.
Rob, as a professional GM, would you let it be?
Yeah, Rob.
Yeah, as GMs, let's all vote.
Let's vote. The council. I call the council of GMs. Where's my gavel?
I'm wondering.
Let's be real,
basically,
none of
'cause
us would
it
let that
depends on
happen.
whether
Yeah.
Blade Ward.
I
Yeah,
would.
but
That's
all of
because
us would
I'm-
try.
All of us would try
Yeah.
to players,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
none of us would
I'm
let it
really
happen as a GM.
susceptible to peer
Yeah.
pressure, so if enough players rallied against me, I probably would.
I just tell them,
I'm
well,
digging my
you're
heels.
lucky
I'm
for
an evil
you.
GM.
You're all wrong, and it's wonderful. And let's all learn together, and then we'd move on. So as Sarlamir looks to you, you can tell that like this fire, his voice sounds really like it sounds hollow, but he is obviously fighting against his own will here to fight you. And as he looks to you, he tells you, Lord Soth has headed north to the Great Wastes, to my place of dishonor. And he will strike at you 3 times.
Don't care for it.
Attack number 1.
Oh, I'd rather
25. Attack
If I
number 2.
just barely
Is
hit.
that you rolling? Is that you rolling shit, Rackham, or rolling good?
No,
Is
that's
that-
good. 13. It's okay. The
13 does
average,
not
the
hit.
average, the average will kick in. And 14 because okay. Well, I had my one good roll for the night, so I'm happy.
His attacks aren't magical, right? That he doesn't seem like a magical guy, right?
I mean, it's definitely doing necrotic
Animated
damage.
skeleton with fire coming from him.
Yeah.
But his weapon
average-
part, is it all necrotic?
Yeah. It's all. It's all necrotic damage.
Really glad you cast that blade ward now, right?
yeah, I'm feeling great about my turn.
All right, you
Going first, setting all that up.
You take
Blade ward is such a garbage
four-
spell.
14 points of necrotic damage, and you cannot regain hit points until the start of his next turn.
13, because I have 1 point of damage resistance.
Well done.
He's going to take 10 points of cold damage, though.
Excellent. As he strikes you, you find the 2 blades, the 2 attacks that you dodge, but the third one definitely catches you in the midriff, and as he pushes through, your blood just kind of immediately, it doesn't, seep out. It just kind of stays in the wound, turns black, and starts to even eat at your flesh. But he takes 10 points of damage. Noted. With that, listen, he's surrounded by a guy in front of him, a guy behind him. He's happy to hold his ground for the time being. Lyndon, you are up.
Wonderful. Lyndon runs in and casts Mending on the dragon's throat. The purple flames around the place.
Yeah.
Are they from braziers? Are they freestanding? Are they torches? Torch brackets?
So the brazier that was unlit in the middle of the chamber, when he came down and the dragon breathed, it's definitely flared up to life, casting these purple flames further, and they are all around the room. They don't seem to be emanating from anything in here anymore. How about that?
Okay, so I reading between the lines there, would Lyndon get the impression that affecting any of the flames around the outside would in any way affect the 2 combatants?
Make an Arcana check. We're gonna call this DC 18.
DC 18 Arcana check. I got a +7. I should be okay.
What is it? It's a nat 20. It sounds like a nat 20 for sure.
Yeah, sounds like a 20. It was a 16, and then it bumped off of the stitching on the edge of my desk mat onto a 3. So it's a 10.
So I mean, it might affect, it might not.
Well,
You're not
that's
exactly
cool.
sure. What you gather from this
trying to-
though is that I'll give you this because it seems pretty obvious to you as you're looking around the room, piecing it together. Lord Soth came down here not for this night, not for the dragon, not for the Dragonlance. He came for the fire, and he took whatever the source of that fire was with him, and left behind embers of it that are now being reignited, a little bit at a time. But he definitely left with the source of this cataclysmic fire.
He also left on a dragon, didn't he?
He did.
Lyndon's going to shout from the other room. Wait! Did you say you're bound to slay all those who oppose Lord Soth? We don't oppose Lord Soth. I'm gonna see if we can get around him, Captain Kirk style. Just get out of it with words.
All right, make
happy for this to be my action as a deception check if you want.
Absolutely.
Sorry, do you mean get around it by seducing alien species?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, talking about seduction, didn't Rackham say this guy was handsome last week? He's wearing a skull helmet.
No, it's not a helmet. He's just
Not
a
to
skull
kink
guy.
shame you, Rackham. Oh, okay.
I believe that's the
But he's still
feminine
handsome.
gaze.
It's a very handsome skull.
It's a very
got
handsome
nice
skull.
bone structure.
Very handsome. His mom,
Bones.
his mom thought he was
Cheekbones.
handsome for sure. All right, what did you get for deception?
My deception check is a 16.
Okay, you hear the voice kind of like a gong, bellows back out. Then come beside me and kneel. And he's aiming that directly at you, Lyndon. He seems to believe that you are not an enemy of Soth, but you have to come and stand beside him.
Okay. I'll say, you need to show me that you won't decapitate me. I don't feel safe out there. And then I'm just gonna let my two armored guys keep doing what I told them to do last time.
Okay.
Which is attacking him and protecting me.
Perfect. He doesn't necessarily know that they're under your command, so that won't affect his feelings about you one way or the other. The first one, I'll make you do the attacks as they charge up, both of them. So this
Might be a
is
problem when he
sword
sees
and
you and you're identical looking to me.
sword and mace. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, nice. One of them nat 20 and the other is a nat 7.
Nice. So the nat 7 will miss. The nat 20 will absolutely hit, and that'll count as Lyndon's nat 20. So for those of you in chat who predicted Lyndon, congratulations. Well
Ooh.
done.
Told you.
With this one, sword or mace? Which one is it, do you think?
I would have gone sword first.
Okay, so the sword, and it's holding it with such roll. So you got a crit. So 8 plus roll another d8 on top of it.
4.
4
12,
plus, yeah,
and then
plus
whatever
the plus 3. It's not terrible. It's not bad.
Nice.
So 15 points of damage. Nice. You watch as this sword or the animate armor comes up, hits it. The blade that you fixed holds in one piece, and it definitely draws the fire that comes off of this thing. The other two will still stand the ground immediately in front of you. Goose, you are up.
And
Okay.
I told them to attack from the other side because my intention is to hopefully surround him and give surrounded or flanking or whatever we use.
Perfect. They got, I think they probably could move a little bit more. So we'll put one, well, Ollie's there, and this
surround
one
him.
could be there.
That'd be great.
Perfect. There we go. Sorry, go ahead, Goose.
I am going to.
Oh, just one more thing.
Yeah.
With them having that many people around them, would the one that missed with a 7 got advantage because of flanking or anything?
Right now, no, not quite yet. Across the way is
Okay.
the dragon, and there's Ollie on one side, Goose on the other. He can't quite make it far enough
Gotcha.
to flank with each other. Unless you want them to help the dragon.
Can I direct a melee attack at the lance itself? Can I like smash it with my hammer, in order to kind of loosen it a bit?
Yes, you can. I will say
Sweet.
this because right now it's really hard to see. So I'm going to increase the AC of the dragon. And if you fail by 5 or more, there's a chance that you hit your sister in the back of the head.
Okay, alrighty.
I
I'm
am
gonna
now.
twin
Famously,
spell.
the very protected part of the head.
Yeah. I'm gonna twin spell Booming Blade,
Okay.
and you see him slash it, like swing out with the hammer, hit the knight and the dragon lance. Hey, that's the name of the show.
Hey.
Knight
What
first.
is this? Some kind of Suicide Squad? Sorry, I'm very unwell.
Knight first is gonna be a 17 to hit.
Misses. Just barely.
And bum. And then don't worry about it. Natural 1 on the second attack.
So, as you swing the first time, you miss the knight just as you hit, but not with enough strength to cause damage. As you go for the lance where your sister is, and I told you if you miss by 5 or more, and you did, you rolled a 1, you
Bro.
catch Corey in the back of the head. I need you to
Corey.
roll. I need you to
Yep.
roll. I need you to roll damage, please.
But I'm on the back of the dragon.
No,
I
that
was under the dragon.
She's
where
under the
lance
dragon
is,
where the lance is. He literally catastrophically missed.
and I'm a squishy wizard.
Oh no! I tried to roll low. I tried to roll low. Does the booming blade still hit? Does it?
That's what I was
would
wondering too.
Yeah, it's this spell.
You sure it's not me?
It's fun. I'm really glad that I joined this campaign. I'm really
Are we
sorry it's
super
over so
duper
quick,
sure?
really.
What's the damage?
It's is 19 points of damage.
Ugh!
Bro,
I'm going
can
to kill
you
you.
not
Wonderful.
kill our
Wonderful.
sister?
What are you? You still up?
19, hey?
You're
Are
still
you
up.
up?
I'm still up. My temp HP are gone, so that's now I've got 12
Why are you
to
doing
go.
this manually?
Because I'm doing it manually. Shush. Shush you.
Why are you subtracting
Nah.
things in there?
No,
You
didn't
Let
do
it
it right.
count.
Yeah.
20 just damages. Oh god.
Stop talking.
Let it
You
count.
just hit 19 damage.
12 damage.
No, because that's
There
going
we
to
go.
take off the 7
Damn
from the
it,
10.
why didn't I?
I'd say
The
mute
math-
Rob, but
the
he's
math-
right next to you.
The math guy is coming out to play right now. He's like, it's not Linda anymore. It's just, but it's the prime number of like 11.
I did it
If you move
with no help.
if you move around, you'll take another 2d8
Sorry, what?
by the by.
So you know
If
the
move-
spell. Yeah, the booming blade that
Yeah.
hits you, it still surrounds you with thunderous energy. If you take a step, the thunderous energy around you will detonate again, causing you more damage. Moving is a bad idea right now.
But standing
Does
up,
Corey
I
know
don't think
that?
counts.
Yes, you've seen him. You know the spell. It's a very basic wizard
good
spell.
to
You,
know.
you know it.
What happens if you face step out of that?
That doesn't count as movement. You're fine.
Would you leave the bubble behind? Or
I
would you
think
face step
I've
with all
always
of them?
considered that. Yeah, you leave it behind because it's attached to the area, not the individual.
Nice.
So Goose, you've
Goose!
you've hit, and you,
Sorry.
despite your sorry with your attack, you feel the connection, and as you look down, you see your sister's blood spatters on the ground and paints the underbelly of the dragon from this dull gray to a vibrant red. You've used your action.
So you clumsy or possessed?
Just bad. Just generally bad at things.
You see lights around you, Corey, from the enormous hit. Your ears are ringing, and the world just swims for a brief moment. Your brother behind you can hear the muffled sorries coming out of his mouth. What do you want to do with your movement, Goose?
Ah.
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Juniper, you are on top of the dragon. There's a skeleton beside you, laying waste, now surrounded by a number of people and creatures. There's your sister somewhere under the dragon that slipped beneath there, and you just saw Goose whack hit the dragon, and probably went well. Who knows? He never misses.
I can't like lift her up onto the dragon, can I? To like get her out of the way.
I mean, it's a large creature. Can you get under there and pull it out?
Like
I'd
I could
say-
Through
swing
one of the
down.
holes in its wings?
I could like grip it with my thighs. and,
Yeah, I'm sort of picturing like what you would do with a horse, but a horse is not as big. You know what? If you want to try, this will consume.
Goody has long legs.
This will consume. I want to see your bonus action, and I'll give you a dex check of like 15 to get down there and try to pull her out.
I think it's worth it.
Okay, give it a shot.
This isn't gonna hurt, Corey, if I fuck up, is it?
One of the siblings will die tonight.
And
by
would
our
you
own hands.
tell me? And would you tell me if it would?
So what did you get? What'd you get? Let's find out. Let's find what you got.
You're a bastard. Okay, let's try. That is a 17.
You reach down, you grab your sister, and as you pull her out, the thunderous energy goes off, but just fast enough that it doesn't trigger for her because it's forced movement, so she is not affected by it. You see the energy does detonate, but just leaving nothing in its wake. You didn't cause further harm to your sister. You pull her up beside you. It's all you can do to just keep her steady from her to fall. She's clearly a little bit like still dazed.
Just hold on. Okay, yes.
You have your action left. What do you want to do? We'll call that your bonus action. You get this done in like 3 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna try again to shoot Skeletor.
Bleeding.
Sorry, I really was trying to hit the thing.
Okay.
What happened?
Nothing.
Okay. One is a 22.
Hits.
And the one is not worth counting. It doesn't.
Okay.
It's not worth me doing the math, alright? Okay. That is a 7 damage.
Perfect. The arrow plants itself, and he looks away from Goose, who's obviously going to kill his friends for him, and definitely looks up to you. In the northern wastes, the ancient city, he seeks it. They all do. Anything else you want to do, Judy? You've used your bonus action and your action. You have movement left. You could get off the dragon if you want to.
I think my movement is to stay on the dragon.
Okay.
It can't get me if I'm on top of it.
Ollie, there you are. There they are. What do you want to do?
Am I still incapacitated?
Oh, you are. Dang.
Yeah.
Until the end of your the creature takes damage and is incapacitated until the end of its next turn. Oh my goodness, it's only been one turn. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, Ollie, you stand there and you finally come back to and you see the situation.
Why? What?
Let's see if the
Corey,
dragon.
you're bleeding.
Let's see if the...
Okay, I feel like we're all
The
focusing
Corey.
on the Corey bleeding thing. Come on, all right.
I'm gonna roll to see if it recharges its breath on a 5 or 6, but because you did damage, I'm gonna call it a 6 only. Come on, 6. 1. Okay, but that's not even quite close. Okay. The dragon instead will. It can't reach behind it on top of its back. It's not gonna roll around like a dog. It's going to just attack Goose. What else is it gonna do? Goose, it's going to circle around behind you. Ollie, you get an attack of opportunity if you want it.
Ooh, do I want it? Yes, I do. I'm going to use my scimitar and swing at the creature.
Nice. Not often you get to do melee attacks.
I know,
Is
right?
this the first time you've used your scimitar?
Second, I believe. I don't think I described it as well last time. I did swing it. It's going to be a 15.
Misses. The AC, just barely. The AC of the dragon is 16. It's going to turn around behind Goose, and then with flanking, it's gonna bite your bum.
Oh, wait, my bomb.
Well,
bum.
Goose's bum.
Cake.
The cake.
Not the cake.
19. Yes, at least one of them hits.
I'm gonna use my reaction to cancel the advantage. I can do that as part of my.
Because I'm awesome. It was just awesome.
Yeah,
I have
it's
the
called
awesome.
the
I'm just cool. I'm
It's
just cool
just
like
the-
that. Restore
okay.
balance.
The awesome
So,
feature.
I'll
Yeah.
re-roll then a straight die roll. I have +5 to hit with a bite attack. 21.
Yeah, that'll hit. That'll do it.
The dragon
Thanks anyway, man.
deals. That's not a good roll. 7 points of piercing damage.
Is that magical or is that
No,
just...
that is just piercing damage.
Okay.
Cool.
I wouldn't wanna
That's
bite
it.
the cake.
Turns to...
That's literally the dragon now is a lot less powerful when it doesn't have its breath. It's just biting things. Corey, you are. I'm sorry, Curry. I can't pronounce it, dude. Corliss, you're on. I've tried so many times, and I practiced with my
You
kids.
get
They're
the
like,
O right in Corliss, but you don't get it in Corey. It's
I
very weird.
tried with my kids, and they're like, Dad, you sound crazy. I'm like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. So you have. You're right there.
Yeah, so I have Dragon's Breath, but it's a concentration, so I need to roll to see if I catch that after
Sorry,
getting hit in the back of the head, right?
Yes, you do.
I rolled a 5.
Well, that's gone. Unless, what's your plus con?
Yep.
Mark? You
Thanks,
need to
Goose.
you need to just get to 10 because he didn't do more than that.
Man, there's no way I could do that.
Okay, perfect.
Wizard, mate.
He's a
Some wizards
wizard,
have
mate.
like Warcaster or something. I don't know.
Nah. Okay. Fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, I'm going to firebolt
Okay.
into the butthole.
Oh, wait. There are many buttholes around. Whose butthole?
The dragons.
Go for it. So you're in melee contact with it, which would give you disadvantage. You
Okay.
are technically kind of flanking with Goose, I suppose. So we'll call it a straight roll.
Okay.
Is it flanking if someone's on the dragon?
Yeah, I think like you're kind of like opposite your brother that's taking its attention. We'll call it like just a straight roll. Fire in the butt.
You just get him back.
That's a nat one.
There's more room in Goose's cage.
That's it.
To hit
As
him in
you
the
shoot, the dragon is moving, and with the movement swing, your head still, ringing. You shoot the ground. The fire does not find anything or anyone.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get off the dragon.
Where are you going?
I
Hmm.
want to go somewhere that I can not die. I would like to. Thanks. I would like to run back to Linden. I'm gonna run on the dragon. This is bad. I'm gonna run on the dragon, jump off the front, and run back into the tunnel bit.
Okay, as you
I'm disorientated. I don't know what I'm doing.
You in a panic, you just default to what you would do. This is like instinctual.
Which is get back to Linden.
Yeah, you run off. The dragon will snap and bite at you as you leave its range.
Okay.
With a +5 to
accept.
hit. Let's see what it gets. I accept. Thank you.
Sure. So all that makes sense.
18.
Yeah, it hits.
No, shield.
Shield.
You, as you're about to get hit, you hear your brother shout, "Just shield!" The aura springs to life behind you, and as it bites, it pushes you further. You fall, but you do manage to escape unharmed, unscathed, and with your 30 feet of movement, you find yourself in the entrance of that crumbling tunnel. You can't quite make it back to your brother, but you're definitely halfway there.
Can I duck into one of those little side crevices for like quarter cover or something?
Yes. You can lay yourself flat against it. You're like, ugh.
I'm just gonna, disorientated and dizzy from being hit in the back of the head, I'm just gonna lean up against the wall.
Wait, who hit you in the back of the head?
Can't be seen.
Who would dare hit you in the back of the head?
If I can't see them, they can't see me.
If you can't remember, that's an issue. That's.
I know it's nobody would ever do that. It wasn't me, that's for sure. As you lean back against the wall, Linden, you're close enough to hear the ragged breathing of your sister just around the corner, and she sounds in a panic. Sarlamir will go next. Who's facing him? Goose.
Goose is gonna die.
Are you
right now.
okay, man?
Nope. He's got advantage in all these attacks.
He in fact, actually,
You're not gonna be able to heal me either.
He looks around. He has. All right, perfect. He has to attack the statues.
Yeah.
This is nonsense. I don't like that. All right, that's fine. So attack number 1 against one of the first statues, the one that hit him, the sword guy. He has no advantage on it because it's not flanked or being. 13. Let me just bring it up really quick. Imagine not having all my stat blocks out. Embarrassing. That does not hit. The first attack does not hit. Second attack. 3. Are you... Please. Not now. Third attack. Just land 1 hit. Another 3. Okay. Well, that's fine. It doesn't matter if I'd attacked you or not. I would have missed anyway. But the statues remain...
I think you were fudging it to save us if it wasn't the fact that we could see it out.
We can see it, yeah.
It doesn't matter. I love this game. He attacks the ancient enemies that are meant to protect this place. They're not his enemies, but the fire compels him to attack them, especially since they've hit him. And he misses. He has to finish them off first. You get the sense that despite what he wants to do, there is some compulsion to attack these creatures. They're one-hit wonders, and he is unable to land any strikes on them. They are old statues that are barely holding together with the magic that Linden provided, and they've been here for a long time. Can't land a hit. Okay, good job, Sarlamir. Love you. Linden, you're up.
I hear Corian in pain. Instinct kicks in. I walk around the corner. Immediately, minor illusion the rest of the wall as if it was fixed, so that we're both just behind an illusory wall.
Okay.
I tell my personal guards, this is just an illusion. You can still fire through it. You there, talk to the guy with the bow and arrow. Well,
Mhm.
the bow. I don't know if he's got stone arrows or whatever. Take shots at the skeleton guy. You there? I talk to the warhammer. Run in and surround him. Attack him as much as you can.
Okay, they will.
That's my bonus action and my action, and yeah, for my movement, I'll walk right up against the back of the illusion to look through it.
Okay, as you walk through the illusion, you can see your sister is against the wall. Her eyes are wide. She is bleeding from an injury to the head that looks pretty
What happened?
serious.
Okay.
And looking through the wall, you can see, like as you peek your head, the dragon, the knight surrounded now by a number of statues, and your brother Juniper riding the dragon, because of course, and Ollie standing on the back there on the sarcophagus, looking and scanning the region. And you can see a hole in the back end of the wall on the other side. Fairly large hole, presumably where whomever was here recently must have left through.
Right, so we might be able to get out of there.
Don't. I like try and pull you back.
Hey, no, I'm staying here. I'm staying here. We're safe. We're safe. They don't know that we're here. Hopefully.
Friendly fire goes hit me. Oh.
What? Fuck. Okay, we'll deal with that later.
Okay.
You're okay. That's my action.
Accident.
You've never been
Delay.
hit before.
First of all, no one likes the tattletale. No, I'm kidding.
Goose, you're up. You are flanked by a dragon and an upset skeletal knight. Your sister is riding a
Warhammer.
dragon. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Warhammer guy didn't manage to get there and make.
Oh,
attack.
sorry, they did. I didn't mean to skip them. All right, the bow guy. You're right. Quite correctly. You guys didn't finish exploring the area. You didn't find any stone arrows, so he can't shoot anything. But he does do the motion of lifting his bow. Boom, boom. There's no string. There's
Yeah, I
no bow.
realized
He
that,
just
and I'm like,
he's.
damn it.
He looks cool doing it though, or she looks cool doing it.
Useless golem.
The other three will get attacks. Why don't you roll your 3 attacks? And
Oh, yeah.
at this point, 2 of them will have managed to shift sides, so one of them has an advantage. So you pick whichever one you want.
Wait, the one with advantage. Fucking hell. 11 on the dice. I don't know what their bonus is.
Their bonus is +5 to hit, so that's a miss.
16. Was it just one of them had advantage?
Yeah.
All right, the other 2 both miss as well then.
Welcome to the club. Nice. You and me, we should start a thing where we just miss all the time.
They don't miss. It's a really cinematic thing where he was hitting with all of his, but they were blocking and parrying.
That's it. That
likewise, they're pushing
exactly.
him back, and he's
He
blocking and
swung his
parrying.
blade around, and there's just a lot of sparks. The air is filled with sparks right now. Cool. It's very cool. It's that scene from Star Wars, where the guy's spinning his lightsaber for no reason.
Very cool.
Goose, you're up.
Try spinning.
Bonus action, I'm going to use Second Wind because I can regain HP now. Just a nice, lovely 6 hit points,
Nice.
which I love. Very
How are
lovely.
you doing? Like,
I'm
how are
at
you
19, which
Oh,
is
you're fine.
More than me.
but I
More than me
can't
too. I've
reduce
only got 11.
if once old Skellyface turns on me, I'm kind of boned.
Skelly face.
Jack Skellington.
And I'm going to use my action. If
Okay.
I use my
That's
action
a
again
logistics question.
to dual
Sorry, you
Uh,
finish first.
twin spell the booming blade and hit the old Skellyface and the dragon, can I replace the attack with a attempt to grab the lance,
So you wanna?
much like you would replace an attack to do like a grapple check?
So you're trying to twin blade? Sorry, you're trying to twin cast booming blade.
twin
And
cast
you,
booming blade,
and you
hit
want to replace one
the-
of the booming blades with a grapple attempt at the
Yes.
at the lance.
at the lance. Not sure if that's too funky. If it's too
I mean-
funky, I'm happy to
I mean,
not.
you're questioning my funk level, which is unacceptable.
Funky
I mean, oof, it feels like a lot in terms of, but you know
Yeah.
what?
I agree. That's
that,
fine.
that feels like you could replace one of a normal attack. If you had multi-attack, I'd let
Yeah.
you replace one of them. But with booming blade on
Cool,
top
cool,
of it feels a little
I
spicy.
think I'm just gonna try and yank the lance, which is
Yeah.
what I call something else, but it's fine.
All right.
Yeah, yank it.
Stop trying to yank my lance. Go ahead.
Pull it off.
So as you,
All right, athletics check.
yeah, this is just athletics. You grab you duck under. This is gonna be your action, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You grab it and you
Alrighty. Oh, yes, that's a 19. That's a natural Bowser for a athletics of a 26.
Grabbing onto the lance, you put your entire cake into it, and as you pull, you hear the what would have taken 2 actions. You've succeeded by 5 or more. The lance
Let's go.
is yanked out, and you watch as the rubble. This was the fracture point of the statue. And here, in pulling it out, you watch the rest of the dragon literally crumble around it, falls into rubble, leaving nothing behind.
That's exactly what I was trying to do with catapult in turn 1.
And with this, Junie...
You know what's the problem, though? Junie's riding it.
Junie,
Does that mean I fall off the dragon? God
So-
damn it, Goose.
Yep.
it's not... So it's more like, imagine a sand sculpture that suddenly sort of folds
I
on
thought you were going to
itself.
say sandworm from June.
It's a sandworm. You're all dead. The spice must flow. No, you're fine. The creature sort of falls, and you find yourself covered in sand and stone. But it's not. There's a dust that kicks up, but there's no damage here. You fall sort of gently to the ground, and you find yourself on a pile of rubble beneath your feet.
What happened to the lance?
You
Got it
see,
here.
he's got it in his hand, and it's definitely broken, like a little bit past the hilt. Yeah, you have it in your hand.
A real fancy toothpick.
What do you want to do with your bonus action and/or movement?
So I've used my bonus action movement. I will just stay where I am.
Perfect. Oh yeah, you second-winded. Juniper, you're up. The skeletal knight now stands by himself. His pet dragon, unmade, and he has a long-bladed hand. He's staring at all the enemies around him, and you watch as he has his blade in hand that he's gripping now like this. And he seems, skelly.
He seems skelly. Okay.
Extra skelly.
And how is Goose looking?
I mean, he looks hurt.
Like a 19 out of 31 is how he's looking.
I'm just wondering if it's worth healing you at all.
Nah, I think I can. I mean, he's gonna swing at the armors anyway.
Like
so
narratively as well, you're still standing. It's not like
Yeah.
you're. Okay.
if I was under
Cool.
half, maybe I would look worse. But
I'll try my default. You know me. I'm gonna shoot it with my arrow.
Go for it.
Bowser, can you shut up? Well, am I wrong?
Oh, poor Bowser. Oh
I
my
love
gosh.
the Bowser noises personally.
17.
Misses.
Okay, and yeah, that's not gonna go. Now, can I use my movement? Are there any like alcoves? Or
There are
places
plenty,
I
yeah.
can kind of move back.
Yes.
Away from his blade.
Yes, you can. You can easily find there's like spots where.
Goose, don't get hit.
I'm trying.
Okay. You
Try
run.
better.
You run back. There's definitely an alcove in the distance you can duck in. There's a body wrapped in like yellowed cloth, like in other places, but you can easily get up there and sort of hang out with it.
Shh. I whisper to the body as
Okay.
if to not give away my hiding spot.
Excellent. Ollie, it's you. There are 3 animated armors banging on this knight. There's Goose. Is Blade Ward gone?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. I needed to get rid of it a while ago. And there's you. Your Juniper ran off, and Lyndon and Corey, where there was an opening before, now a wall has sprung back up to life.
Right, and I can't. Oh yeah, so I obviously can't see Corey.
You cannot.
Okay, so Battlefield has changed drastically from what I was planning before. So what I'm going to do instead, dramatically, is
It's dramatic
it's a
and
good word.
drastic.
It's
It's a good word.
dramatically.
I
It's
think so.
Dramatically is a good word. Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
Check it out. Is there a way
Coined.
for me?
Dragonlance.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to
Dream.
recall the book that I was reading
Dream
through,
team.
and I'm going to change into one of those weird forms I haven't seen. Thinking of the reptilian one, I'm going to start trying to turn into a dinosaur. I want to turn into a claw-foot raptor, if I can. please.
Yeah. Heck yeah, you
Uh,
can.
Yeah. So yeah, you see this raptor suddenly appear, and I let out this screech. But I want to look for a place within 20 feet where I can run straight for 30 feet, please.
First of all, let me transform you. Bruh. All right, you want to run straight at 30 feet?
Yeah.
I mean, behind the knight, you can sort of loop around. You are in its reach currently, and you could run down the hall towards where, like, Junie went.
Yeah, so I don't mind about the attack of opportunity. I'm gonna risk it, but I just need to run straight. 30
Okay.
feet.
Yeah, you leap over the sarcophagus, and you run straight for 30 feet. And in doing so, he takes an attack of opportunity on you. Let me just get that done. Whoop. 8 plus 8, 16.
16, I believe the AC is 14, so that is a hit.
You suffer, 17 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, gosh. Okay,
Ooh.
so
He hits hard, you guys. He hits hard.
I get caught in the back, and I get knocked out of my form.
Yeah, I was like, this is obviously gonna go poorly. What are you doing?
You leap,
Look,
and
you gotta
in
risk it sometimes.
mid-air, you kind of
Yeah.
get
Not
caught
when
in
you're
the
turning
back.
into a beast that notoriously have very low hit points and
Yeah, I
armor
know.
class.
Look, I
We
wouldn't.
love as a family taking attacks of opportunity. Okay, it's our thing.
That's good. I love my action economy. So as you jump out,
Yeah.
you get hit, you fall out of your form, but you're still
Yeah.
30 feet away from where you were a second
Yeah,
ago.
right. So I've used my action. I've used my action, and where am I right now? I'm still near the creature, right?
You're within, so you were 5 feet, but I think you're 20 feet away. Yeah, you're 20 feet away from it.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna look towards Goose, and I'm gonna say, "Hold us!" And as I do, I'm gonna cast Healing Word.
You got it. Absolutely.
That's going to be. Sorry, give me a sec.
Okay.
Who are you casting the healing word on?
You.
You.
You haven't.
Uh,
You're good.
yeah,
You haven't
that's gonna
taken.
be 8, I believe.
He just shouted whole ass at
Yeah,
you
whole
for no
ass.
reason.
No
Cast
ass.
healing word on Cory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I need to.
Hey, did you say?
I was planning to cast it on Kari, but
He called
Kari's
you a
behind
whole
it.
ass.
Yeah, I called you a whole ass.
All right.
Whole ass.
You are a whole ass.
As in the midst of all of this, there is a moment where Ollie finds peace and quiet. You find the connection to nature as far away as it feels at the moment. There's this gust of forest air that kind of cleans the area, gets rid of the musty, dank smell down here in these catacombs. And Goose, you feel the touch of nature. You feel that sun beam, that energy that runs through you, and just for a moment, you just feel better. Your brother he's quite good at this, and you feel reinvigorated. Cory,
Crackman.
behind the invisible or the illusory wall, you've taken a moment to catch your breath. The world seems to make more sense in the moment. You're still hurt,
Yeah.
but you
Just
can't
as
see. Yeah.
Just as a point of order, the final animated armor is where I am currently on the map.
It's
and I'm
right
one,
behind.
one step behind them.
Okay, so we can do it like this.
Because I got him to still be blocking us.
Okay, so then you peeked through the wall and then kind of pulled back.
Yeah, because I can look through the wall because I know it's an illusion, which is
I
why I
see.
told the animated armor that it was an illusion so that he would also be able to see through it.
Perfect. Okay. So then that's how it looks. That's perfect. Cory, there's an animated armor in front of you. There's your brother behind it, Brave, and you are against the wall. What would you like to do? And you know that this is an illusion because your brother told you so. So you can see Ollie just shooting out primal magic to heal your brother, and the knight still there, kind of around the corner, fighting a bunch of enemies at once.
Okay. How far away am I from the knight if I peek my head through the fake wall?
You don't have to be
25 feet.
I'm 25 feet away.
Yeah.
And if I step into said wall, am I 5 feet closer?
Yeah, you could be. I mean, you have movement. You can get up against him if you want to.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Come on by. The water's fine. It's okay. What's the worst that can happen?
I could die.
We might have
Okay.
to run.
Okay, I'm gonna go through the wall, and I'm gonna cast Shadow Blade,
Nice.
and pull it from me and throw it at the knight on my way.
At Goose. For revenge.
It might hit Goose. It might hit Goose. Unintentionally. Yeah. I want to run.
Can we
towards
stop
the
attacking
hole on
each
the-
other in this family?
It's funny.
I want to run to the opposite side where that hole in the wall is. To
You
potentially.
You can't
to
get
where
there,
the
but you
escape
can
would
get
be.
close, but you can't quite make
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
I
so,
just want to get to the other side of that.
So make an attack roll with your Shadow
Okay.
Blade. See, we're here.
Oh no.
2, 3, 4, 5. Get here.
Would it just be the same as throwing a dagger?
No, it's a spell, so it's a spell attack, I think. So you have plus.
No,
plus-
it's a weapon.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
spell
saw-
is casting Shadow Blade, but then you have to throw it.
All right.
Yeah, so it's like throwing a dagger
Cool.
in terms of attack roll.
Okay.
It counts as a simple melee weapon with which you're proficient. Perfect. It is dim light in here, so you do have advantage.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
That did one less than the previous roll. 17.
You're off by 1. As the blade
Fuck.
courses through, it passes by the knight. He didn't even see it coming. You just barely miss. It plants itself in the wall past him and slices part of the wall, but it misses the knight.
Okay.
You have a... Is that your bonus action? It is. And then an action to
Yeah,
throw.
that's
Okay.
my bonus action and action and movement.
Sarlamir will go. He will make a big sweeping attack against everything around him. So we're going to force, because I can't roll, so we're going to default to making you guys do dexterity saving throws.
Ah!
Let's just hope against all hope. So the armors have this rule: if they save, just like evasion, they would take no damage. The DC on this is it's not very high, 14. Dexterity 14. The animated armor have, I'll tell you, Rob, for you to roll. And Goose, you can also roll for yourself. They have +0 to the saving throw.
Sweet. That's a 4 and 2 7s.
The armors consume his AoE attack. They are gone. But that's his turn. Goose, what'd you get?
Like a really good 3.
Oh, if it had been a really bad 3, it would have been.
Magic number.
Oof. Okay, so this attack does a decent amount of damage.
Goose is also done.
Maybe. Hang on.
I'm
it's
just
not-
trying
okay.
to see if absorb elements can do
Necrotic.
necrotic
No,
damage?
I think it's just the basic elements.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 3d8 plus 5.
Oh.
17 points of necrotic damage.
Oh
Are you still up?
Yeah.
Okay. You watch as he spins the blade around.
Uh-oh.
And as he calls out and says, "He has taken the flame to reawaken the dragons. The graveyard in the northern waste. You must stop him."
I'm trying. The clock at my hip is going to ding, as if an alarm goes off, and time slows for Goose as he, as a reaction, can gain an action after he takes damage.
Okay.
He has this like
Ooh.
floating action now that he is going to. So I've got the Dragonlance in my hand. How's that feeling for me?
Old, broken, and devoid of magic.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Perfect. The knight
If-
will step away from you and walk towards Coryllis. She is attempting to run. He will leave your range, Goose, so you get an attack of opportunity if you want.
Okay.
And he's going to plant himself in between Corey and the exit.
Okay. Then I won't do the reaction thing. I'll just react hit him with my
Okay.
with my hammer.
Been fun, guys.
Oh, natural 20. Natural 20.
Yay!
Let's go.
I'm gonna use my
Will you also
reaction
get a 20 on
to
damage, please?
silvery barbs. Okay, fine. That's definitely hit. Roll your damage. So you get a max and then add your die again.
Okay, so. Oh,
Boo. Right, chat? Boo.
it's 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
25. Jesus. All right.
Nice.
As you
Happy Pride.
as you
I don't know why.
Happy Pride.
Happy
I don't
Pride.
know
Why
I
not?
wanted to-
I love
And he
it.
knocks him 5 feet away.
Ooh.
nice.
Is it directly away from you?
He's directly away
Uh-oh.
from me.
Perfect. So he steps away, and then you just make him closer to Corey. Perfect. Excellent. He's
No.
he's gonna park himself there,
Ghost.
and he doesn't get to move any further. He's planted himself in the middle. Flames follow in his wake, and he's still standing. Lyndon, you're up. You can see the knight approaching and cutting across after attacking this enormous swath around him, and he has his blade in hand. Flames still, filling his body, but the armor is definitely broken in a number of pieces. He's leaking the fire like pretty heavily at this point. Like you guys are actually doing damage to him.
Okay.
I look like I'm really
Lyndon
short,
says,
but there you go.
as he emerges from the wall, he still said, yeah, the last command that he gave to the last remaining armor was to protect him.
Mm-hmm.
So
It'll
he'll
follow
come
you,
with me.
basically, yeah.
Without having to give an order. Perfect. Bonus action, cast Expeditious Retreat. Lyndon's legs start to elongate again a little bit. He gets faster. He's got the bonus dash action now. As an action, he will cast a similar minor illusory wall right behind the guy.
Oh, nice. What's the range on it?
Minor illusion is enough. 30 feet.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
going to be moving towards it, so I'll be able
Okay.
to put that anyway. Just point of order, it's going to be right behind him because I'm about to leave his melee range and he's going to take an attack at me, but he's going to take an attack at me through a wall. So hopefully
you
that
want
will
it
make it
here.
hard for him to...
How big can your illusion be?
5 foot cube.
Okay, so you can create
Just one of
literally,
those wall pieces.
yeah, like that. Like filling up this space, basically.
Like that? Or-
Yeah, like behind him. I'm going to shout to everybody. I'm not sure if we're better to finish this guy or just get out of his range. I'm running, and I will run past him, specifically into his range, and then into my illusion, and then out of his range.
Okay. What's his intelligence? All right, he'll take the bait. He will attack you at disadvantage. That is a double twos, which I think, if I were to ask any 2-year-old would know that that's actually 22. That's how that works.
Exactly.
Okay.
Four eyes.
I missed. That was a natural 2.
Cool. So that
misses.
is my action to do that. My movement is 30, and then my bonus dash with Expeditious Retreat is another 30. So I am...
You're down
in
this
that corridor
hallway,
in a way.
yeah, and you can see that it leads down. Eventually, it turns like you can't see the end of it, but you can feel wind coming from that direction. There's definitely an exit down here somewhere.
I'm running that way. I've shouted to my friends, my family to follow. I've taken his attack of opportunity away from him, and the animated armor on its turn right after me is going to follow me and protect me, apparently.
It can't quite follow you, but
Perfect, which is
it'll.
what I was hoping for, which means he's going to end up in melee range with him.
He does. Goose, you're up.
All through.
It's me.
It's you.
It's
me,
I am
Mario.
going to move so that I am
I'm still
right
first on
next
the
to
thing.
Kari.
You got it. And then I'm gonna attack Corey.
And I'm gonna finish the job.
Finish, yeah.
Ghost!
Lord Gerber sends his hellos.
God damn it. Yeah. What a twist.
I am going to burn everything I have
Goose
left.
the whole time.
I am going to use Booming Blade as my action.
Okay. How many
give
more
him
do
a
you? Oh, it
swing.
says a cantrip. Like, how many more cantrips do you possibly have?
Got a lot, turns out.
Apparently a lot.
Oh god.
So have I noticed that he's taken any less damage from non-magical smacky boys?
No.
Okay. which is the official term.
Yeah, Smacky Boys has been fine.
Non-magical smacky boys, yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
That is a 4 on the die.
Jesus Christ, dude.
That's a miss. But in this case,
Hey!
Love your work. But what the fuck?
Corey is not like hiding beneath a dragon that's really hard to see the outline of. You don't actually hit anybody else. You just miss your attack.
Thank
Good.
goodness.
I'm gonna burn my last 2 sorcery points.
Okay.
And quicken spell.
Okay.
Smacking. There we go. That's a 16 on the die for a 20 something.
He's going to take the hit.
Wonderful. That is going to be points of damage. That is going to. Oh, that's a good roll. 15. That's 19 points of damage. Same as I did to my sister.
Wow. As you smack into him again, you watch as part of his armor now severely buckles and bends. He is looking very, very damaged.
He is pushed back by 5 feet, diagonally away.
There's a wall behind him.
It's
What I'll say? It's an illusory wall.
So he's pushed into the illusory wall, which means he now can't see any of us.
He gets put. I can't do an illusory wall sort of effect, but he is in the wall, and he disappears. Do they know? I mean, presumably,
once you interact with a
I think he would know that at this point, like, it's an illusion, and all of you see him sort of fade into. Your brother did tell you it was an illusion, so for everybody's, and the armor would know. So I think everybody knows this is an illusion. So I'm just gonna leave the wall off, just so that all of you know that there's nothing there. You could see the tail end of Lyndon's hair, just down the hallway, just down there. There he is. He's sort of running away with his long legs. Is just abnormally long legs. All right, Goose, what are you doing with your movement?
I'm gonna step 5 feet up to him, between him and Kari. Feeling extraordinarily bad for almost murdering my sister.
Juniper, your brother misses, but then shoves the creature back, fading into this wall that dissipates. It's looking hurt. Ollie's beside you. Corey, your whole family's here except Lyndon, who's taken off running and has shouted for you to follow suit. What will you do?
I mean, I gotta. I can't start running while other people are still there. I'm gonna try sharpshooter.
Hell yeah, go for it. So for anybody who doesn't know, you get -5 to your roll, but you get +10 damage. So what's the modifier now?
It's like taking an aimed shot.
It is.
So it would just be a +3 to my roll.
Okay.
And yeah, and I'm still within range to shoot.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Even from within my hiding spots. Cool,
yeah.
Cool. That's not gonna be. That's a 14.
That's just a miss. Yeah, it's a miss. The AC is 18. So that's your first attack. Do sharpshooter on the second one as well. That's always the challenge of sharpshooter. Do I risk it for the biscuit?
I know. I mean, I might as well, right?
Yeah.
No. Rob's shaking his head. Well, guess what, Rob? You're not a gambler.
I gamble when the odds are in my favor, not when the guy's got 18 AC.
What's that?
Doesn't matter if you just roll.
19 will hit, absolutely. Yeah. As you lean over,
19.
You lean over, you Angelina Jolie the shot as it twists and turns, and you add 10 to your damage, just like a flat 10.
Right. Yep. So then that is 15.
15, Jesus. All right, with that, the arrow. Okay, he is the armor, the magic, the fire that's leaking out of it. He begins to just repeat one thing. Give me a second. I need to have that, and I should have had it. I should have had it ready, but you guys are kicking ass.
I should have had it.
I should have had it. He starts repeating the name Oni-Ari. 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 Corey, this is what you had seen in that book in the church, in the library. It is what he is describing to a T.
The Dragon City.
Juniper, are you moving or are you staying where you are in your little cubby?
Where is Corey again? She's like
She's right in front of you. Yeah, she's like 15 feet away from you.
Is there any way I can like push her out of the way?
Out of the way
I
of
don't
what?
know, like, well, I don't know. I can't get her to safety, can I?
If she's
Like, I
willing,
can't-
you could go up and like sort of put her in the cubby with you, but I don't know if that's what
I
she
think I
wants to
have
do.
more hit points than Goose right now. I'm good, guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm fucked. Just realized.
Are you
Like, I know I'm bleeding from the back of my head, but I'm okay.
If I take a hit, I'll probably go down. But you know,
and
but I
right
also
now,
can't be healed. So
correct. The Goose's injuries right now are like done by this necrotic blade that this allows healing,
Mm-hmm.
and Ollie's next.
I mean, like it makes sense to stay in my cubby hole, but
Okay.
I'm wondering if there's any way I can like dash out. And
mean,
do a
what-
Ted Lasso. Me, I would like the ball.
Me, Jamie Tart. You could try to Jamie Tart it if you want to. I'll just tell you, it's unlikely to work at this point because he's got two individuals of him that are so low on health, and he has to kind of work on that. What you could do, I'll give you this extra option if you want. You do have your fists. You could run up and try to punch him in the face. That's like the only other thing you could do.
In his skeletal face.
Yeah.
You can do an unarmed strike. The sexy cheekbone, yeah.
Do it, because then he might be more angry at me.
Okay, run up. You stash your
do
bow,
it.
Oh
and
my
you
It was nice knowing you all. I
you
love
flying
you.
punch, try to get him in the face. Go for it.
Let's do it.
Mm.
Cool. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's a natural 20.
So, what's your strength?
If you kill
Instead of
him,
doing 1
What's
point
your
damage,
strength?
2 points.
What's your strength of
My
modifier?
strength is just a +1.
You do 2 whopping damage.
let's go.
I'm gonna tell you. I shouldn't, but I will.
No, this can't be it.
No, it'll be 3, won't it? Because it's 1 base, which is doubled because it's a crit, and then plus 1.
Technically speaking,
No, it's
So
just.
three.
It's just.
Three.
It's
Oh,
just.
man.
This
rules are
night.
written,
Yeah, Zach out.
when you crit, you only double the dice.
Yeah,
And when
so
you do
technically it
unarmed
should be just
damage,
one,
you
but
do-
I-
you do not roll a dice.
Yeah.
So
Which is why I have house ruled in my games that unarmed damage does a 1d1 damage.
there you go.
Specifically just for this circumstance when somebody crits on it.
You do 2 damage. He's taking 111 points of damage. The knight has 112 hit points. You're 1 off from punching him to death. This is just unlucky.
Oh, no.
You know what?
Amazing.
If I die because of this, worth it.
Ollie,
Worth it.
it's your turn.
Wait, don't rangers
So
get
worth
extra attack or not?
She did the 2 arrow shots.
well, I
this
did
was an
my- I
armed
did
strike.
my
I
attacks.
see.
This was,
Yeah.
So I'm giving her a bonus action unarmed strike. She's put her bow away to
Nice.
run up and punch him. And you do punch
Technically,
him.
I didn't even really attack. I just ran with my fist.
That's it. Ollie, the knight stands in between all your siblings and the exit. It's looking like it's on really its last legs. It's turning to face all of you despite not having a face. What will you do?
Ollie is going to see Junie being brave and see that Goose is not looking well and is going to run up and then put his hand on the clap a hand on the back of Goose's shoulder. I've got this. And I'm going to fade him away just for story reasons. And using my spring, I want to put him behind us, right at the back, or like just behind Corey actually.
Okay.
And then step up and then make a
You
scimitar
have an
attack.
escape tunnel right behind him.
Okay. You walk up, touch your brother. Your brother vanishes, reappears, and you bring your blade to bear. Go for it. Make an attack roll.
Okay. That's 23.
That hits. As you
Let's go, bud.
as you
Straight
bring
through the neck.
tell me, how do you finish this
Yay.
night?
Yeah, we're going for the fatality. I'm just like straight through the neck. I want a head topple, hits the ground, and then rolls.
Perfect. As it looks to you, as you step up towards it, it'll repeat one more time to you. Oni Ari, stop him. Restore my honor. Its head comes off the helmet as the body topples after, falls to its knees, and the armor pieces scatter about the now quiet catacombs. The sound of your breathing, the blood that is scattered on the floor, the rubble that covers part of the chamber. A great fight has happened here, more than one. And you stand victorious, but at what price?
Ollie drops his scimitar on the ground.
Are you okay?
Oh,
Yes.
I know you want to be like Goose, Ollie, but please don't drop your weapons as well.
it's the coolest thing you can do in a fight room.
I mean, we should really invest in some sort of harness or...
Putting a leash
Even if-
on me, Judy.
I mean, it's,
Are you coming
it's
or
not
not?
on...
Well, come, run!
We're good. We're fine.
Where's-
We're fine. Hey, Corey, you're right. Corey, Goose immediately beelines for Corey. He's like, I'm really sorry. He's like looking at her head with like the bloody
Like
smashed.
matted in her blonde fur. Hair.
I'm gonna make it worse if I do anything. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm
Ollie's
really
gonna walk
sorry.
up and just cast Cure Wounds on Nick.
On Corey?
Yeah, on Corey.
Fuck you, Goose.
I feel better about that happening.
My Shadow Blade returns to my hand as a bonus action,
Perfect.
You want to take a free one?
and I just. Why would I want to hurt you, Goose?
I just mean.
And the Shadow Blade just disappears. There's humor behind her look.
I
I've
walked
thought
back at
about
this point,
it.
realizing what's happened.
Yeah.
And I
for sure.
say, I just kind of his attention's on Corey, and so I just lean right in from behind into his ear, and I say, "I want to hurt you guys."
Yeah, well, same.
5 hit
Okay,
points, by
let's
the way.
not just do wanton violence onto each
What
other,
happened?
okay?
Did you get him? Is he letting us go?
We killed
We
him.
finished it.
Ollie killed him.
He was already dead,
Well,
right?
defeated him.
Who is this
Is this helmet?
Oni
worth anything?
Ari? Oh, yes.
It's the Dragon City that I found a book on in that library. It's a floating city with dragons holding it up that's been lost. And from what this protector was saying, I think it's going to be reawakened with the purple flame if we don't stop it. So we should probably go.
Is there any
Not
way
that
we can
thing.
move faster than someone on a dragon?
We could hitch a ride with our own dragon, but I don't think that's going to be plausible.
We
I-
can't
We have
call
a
the
dragon?
Well, that's what I was. No, we have a dragon signal, and then we could commandeer it, but it's a stupid idea.
Oh yeah.
Are your
I could use a nap.
companions- Your companions at rest. I said to the single remaining animated armor.
What do you tell it? Sorry, I missed it.
Are your companions at rest, or do they need fixing?
It'll look confused kind of by what you're asking, but it will begin marching to the remains, and it'll start picking them up.
I'm not sure how to read that. Does he need to put them back together?
Or he's
Not
collecting
sure.
them to put them back in their
There,
place.
if you stay long enough, first of all, the flames in the chamber begins to dim, and you watch after a few moments as you're catching your breath. The flames will eventually dissipate. The animated armor
Oh.
will take the pieces and start bringing them back to the smithy chamber, one at a time, essentially getting ready to rework, or at least they might get fixed eventually. But he's been That's like sort of the protocol that they have.
Is there any way to take any of the flame with us?
You'd have to be pretty
Before they
quick. You
visit-
could
before this-
try if you wanted to.
I have a poisonous kit with some vials and stuff in it.
I've got an alchemy kit.
That too. So would there be a way to bottle
Both
this
of you make
flame?
Arcana checks for me.
I'll teach you how to bottle.
bottles?
And even put a stopper in death.
Arcana, did you say?
Yep.
That is a 25.
Cool.
Whoa.
You know that, or you've not, again, like this is sort of fire that the Sarlamir has told you is cataclysmic fire. This is fire that came at the time of the Cataclysm, some 300 years ago. It is divine in origin or devilish in origin, infernal, who knows. It is of the gods. And there was something here that maintained it. Whatever you capture will dissipate given time. You do not have the tools, you do not have the know-how to extend the life of this fire.
Yeah.
So at best, you could not hurt yourself by trying to collect it. More likely outcome is that you burn yourself pretty dramatically.
Do I have a candlestick?
You
Light a candle, put it in a vial. I don't know. Maybe there's something. I guess I can't, so I will attempt, and then I'll give up, frustrated as all hell. And
It's more that-
fire
blood on
to
the-
a rope and put
So-
that
so
in a jar.
you're
Like a
able to
wick.
you're able to light things on fire with it, but it goes out. It seems to burn.
pretty quickly.
It doesn't burn. Okay, let me put it this way. With the 25,
Ooh.
it doesn't burn the physical element of things. It burns at the soul of things, and items don't do well to carry it.
I would
Dude.
like to get a drop of my blood from the back of my head and set that on fire. Does it do anything?
Your blood is okay. Yes.
Let us so.
Yes. Okay, so you grab some blood in your hand, and as you reach out to the fire, you drip it on top of it. Like, describe to me what you do.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I put
Amazing.
I put the blood in a vial and tip the blood into the
Perfect.
flame just as an experiment.
Wonderful. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Perfect. Yep, I can do that.
Fire gets a taste for your blood. Specifically goes for you.
Taste for your
12.
blood.
Okay, the fire seems to leap almost of its own volition as if possessed by malevolent magic or at least a desire to feed. It leaps from the vial of blood that you have, runs up part of your arm where there is more blood. You suffer 5 points of fire
perfect.
damage. You eventually pull your arm out fast enough that only a trickle of it caught onto you. You put out the fire. Presumably you're still up, but there is this feeling that you've had that if you had a living or unliving or something to feed this fire, keep it alive through blood and or soul, you might be able to keep a living candle, if you will.
Cassandra, go.
I was wondering when
Step
you'd
above
get
now.
to that.
Looking around you, the only people that you see are your family members, and Goose is in that mix, but there's your family.
All right.
You don't have immediately anything handy to feed this fire the type of fuel that it needs.
Yeah, it would need to be like a living soul or something, or a thing that could just keep bleeding.
And the
But I'm not
ethics of that are fucked up.
I'm not gonna soak a rope in my blood and put it in a jar and light that with the purple flame and jar it. I'm just gonna move on.
You can keep
I was
flipping.
gonna yeah.
Okay.
There's
No, it's fine.
there's the
Like-
awful option of like animal experimentation essentially.
Yeah.
But let's not go
Which
into
Corey
that.
would go down.
I mean,
but
how much
look,
blood?
At this point in time, we need to go. We need to go.
Yeah.
I mean, how much
Uh,
blood are we talking?
Yeah.
Why do we need a purple flame?
No,
Why
I just
is
I,
everybody obsessed?
I
It's
just wanted to know
cool.
more about it before we go and deal with whatever's happening. But we need to move fast, and we need to be able to also rest. So I don't know how to achieve that. But maybe we should go to a stable, see if there's any horses.
We need some
cart,
sort of
carriage.
transport. Yes. Would there be a stables back in the castle?
Anyone entered?
Yeah, for sure. They're the royal stable,
Okay.
or they're the not royal, but once upon a time would have been royal stables. But there are the stables up above for sure.
All right, Corey's right. We should commandeer some sort of animal or transport, and then we should
Vehicle,
haul
yeah.
ass.
I don't think
Oh!
we're beating a dragon,
Okay.
guys. And
Wait.
Your friend
Um,
Jacoby?
Jacoby. Jacoby had a house that moves on legs. It was really fast. Where's he?
He went
Yo,
back to
we
the
could
city.
take the
We're in the
house.
city. Let's commandeer Jacoby's house.
GM,
Yeah.
Could do.
in a spam moment here. I'll let everyone roleplay here for a second.
I've just been casting mending
Okay.
on the
Uh,
pieces of armor.
What are the chances that there's a big creature in the book, and maybe I can push myself to exhaustion or something to try and use one of the pages that you said was in there, which is a big bird. You probably know the one I'm talking about. What is that possible? Is that something that
You'd have
Ollie
to.
can even conceive?
Right now you don't have the skill set quite for it. And you'd have to sit and study said book, right? So every time you want to take on a new form, that is not something that you've seen out of this book, you need to spend like a night studying it. So at the moment, it would not be. It's just outside of the abilities that you'd have. But great idea. I love the thinking, but sadly not quite there yet, Ollie.
Yes.
Close.
So Ollie will just like
If
quietly
we-
reserve that.
If we remember where Jacoby is, we can, and he's, we can get some horses, get to him as quickly as possible. His house will hopefully.
So Jacoby's
I don't know,
house does
on its
not
legs.
move crazy fast. Like, it's just a moving
Oh.
house, but it is not like a. It's just like it moves.
No, I just thought it had long legs.
It does. It
Yeah,
moves.
so did I.
It moves
Yeah.
ponderously, but it's not. And it moves
I
carefully.
was picturing
It does
a house
move.
Moving castle.
It's not
Would
quite
it
that
be-
fast. Yeah.
It
But
wouldn't be as. It
What
wouldn't
if we
be faster
casted
than a
haste on
horse.
the house?
The great thing. The great thing about Jacoby's house is it just doesn't stop. So it covers. Fairly slowly the same amount that like a horse would take for 8 hours, and then it needs to rest.
And we could
Jacoby's
rest.
house just
Continues
keeps
to walk.
going. Yeah, there's no, as long as
Yeah.
you feed it up in the engine room, it's happy to just keep going.
I mean, it's comparable, is what I'm hearing.
Plus,
It's
we can
comparable-
have
yeah.
a sleep
Mm.
while we move.
Correct. That's
Well,
the
we
big
can't
advantage.
sleep on a horse.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
it
let's
had-
do it.
and-
Let's go find Jacoby's
And
house.
Jacoby had a bunch of like armaments sort of attached to the
Protection, yeah,
house
yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
Plus,
even
if
know-
we get horses, we could get them in Jacoby's house. Then hear me out. It's essentially like you've got motorcycles on the back of your car. So if you do need to
Reverse
do a
Trojan
little,
horse.
yeah, if you do need to do a little like off-roading, or like,
Yeah.
Do we have the
Anyone
time
else
to
know
grab
what I'm
horses in
putting
Jacoby's
down?
house? Let's get out of this tunnel. Let's go find
do we even know where
something.
we're going?
Not
We're
at
talking
all.
about
We're-
speed and getting there, but which direction?
I have a rough idea. I found a map. I kind of could know where this might be.
Okay. And we do, like, this is to Rackham, we do remember where Jacoby set up shop, correct?
He went back to Calaman.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
coming
we just
here,
need to
right?
find his house.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Oh, it's a big
I mean,
freaking house.
also there's an army closing in on Caliban. Are we here for that, or are we
Calaman?
bouncing and letting? What?
What about father?
What did I say?
You said
You said
Calaman.
Caliban.
You said Caliban.
Oh,
Yeah,
From
which is the name of the
The
city,
Tempest.
right? What?
what?
It's the name of the
No.
city.
Okay.
Caliban.
Pl-
I've been saying
plan-
Caliban this
Caliban.
whole time, guys. Is
Plan
that
of
not?
order.
Did he say?
going
Did he
to
say
Jacoby's-
Taliban? What?
No.
What is going on?
Cut that. Plan of order. Ollie's right. We can't leave our father behind. We get to Jacoby's house. We go. We can rest on the way. And Corey, you can direct us to this city, this mythical, well, not mythical place. Does that sound good?
we should go.
Okay,
As fast as we can.
I
Are you
imagine
alright?
we're walking and talking.
Yeah,
We're
you're
doing a
walking.
West Wing.
Yeah, you're doing. Yeah. I was
Aaron
gonna say
Sorkin,
house,
yeah.
but that's fine.
We're Aaron Sorkin. Yeah,
Uh,
cool.
Sure. As you
Nothing
leave,
lootable in this room, right?
Yeah, was there anything?
Nothing
that
obviously
was-
lootable.
nobody said.
Can I put
Okay.
on the helmet of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dude
yeah.
we killed?
Yeah. Well, I
Knew that
thought
was
we were
gonna
still in the
happen.
room. I didn't know we were walking and talking.
So you can give me investigation to see
You
what
had
you
the
guys
time
are.
while I was
best at
playing
that.
with fire.
Yeah,
Sure.
mending some stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
There's today's rolls.
Come on, Ollie.
I got an 11 investigation.
Cool. The only
Yeah.
thing that really jumps
Got
at
a
you, looking around, the helmet's left, the blade is left of this knight, but everything else has been so super consumed by the fire that it's basically useless. Nothing. And there's the few things that you guys have found down here. There's like the axe that Goose has found, and he also has a piece of the Dragonlance in his hand.
We also had the sword from the knight upstairs. That seemed magic. The guy that the trapper was imbuing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
the magic sword.
Who grabbed that?
I mean, if somebody grabbed that, then fine. But technically, I did fling it up from the ground with a catapult, with a level 3 catapult, and I imagined it got lodged in the ceiling.
Right. Yeah, I don't remember.
okay.
Somebody. I can go back and check, but I think it just kind of.
If someone can jump and grab it on their way out, but probably not.
But
I will
There's a
take
reminder.
I'll take my mage hand, pick up this dude's sword, this necrotic sword, and put it in the bag of maybe devouring.
Okay. And you said you wanted to pick up the helmet, Goose?
Yeah, just to wear.
Okay. You have the helmet? It's a cool looking helmet. It doesn't confer any bonuses or anything, but it's just a cool looking helmet.
I just want to. It's cool.
Costume
Do
change.
you want to tell me what this sword is called, or would you rather I write something vague?
No, you don't need to write anything vague. Let me tell you. It is called okay. You can write down Enervating Blade.
Innovating blade.
And while being wielded by, there's like alignment issues with this thing, but it's fine.
Yeah. I'll just
In this case, yeah, it's fine. I'll send you the stat blocks for it after. But
is it a long sword, short sword?
It is
great sword?
It is a long sword, and it is. Oh, sorry, it's a great sword. I'm a liar. And the feature of it is it does damage, and whenever you hit with it, the creatures that you hit cannot regain hit points until the start of your next turn. It is normally required to have a specific alignment to wear, but I'm not really super concerned with it. That's it. So it's a 2d6 great sword. Sorry, it's a 2d6 weapon, which I never remember if it's a great sword or a great axe.
Great sword.
Great sword.
And it's 2d6 plus whatever modifiers that you have, your strength modifier. And then whatever creatures, if the target is a creature, so it won't work against contracts and stuff, but if the target is a creature, it can't regain hit points until the start of the wielder's next turn.
Great. So what you're saying is when you did that area of effect spin attack, he actually didn't affect any of the constructs?
With the ability to regain hit points?
Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
You're saying you can retcon that?
No, the ability to regain hit points, they sure as heck could have regained hit points, but they died.
Right.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna.
All right.
Goose is gonna just start limping
So
off upstairs.
We're hoofing it, right? We're going.
Can we go down the tunnel, the exit tunnel, or do we go back upstairs to the?
Like the way we went?
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume so. It's probably going to be the
If we
easiest to
go back the
navigate.
way we came, is there any more like skelly protectors that were left behind by Soth?
Do you want to? You'd have to go and explore the rest of the catacombs to figure that out.
Let's go out the tunnel, the exit tunnel that was made by Soth.
Okay.
Maybe.
Right, because that's going to be the...
So going that
That's
way,
in the
there-
direction
path?
they went.
there is.
Yeah.
You emerge from the catacombs, eventually arriving beneath, back into Castle Caliban. There is like he walked his way through one of the cliff sides, and you are beneath the castle. You could see it, and there's like a set of stairs on the other side that you can climb up to go. But clearly, he exited here, and then you can see marks of where he would have left. There is a telltale sign of a large creature that has arrived. You now know was a dragon, to pick him up and return him to wherever he was meant to go.
Yeah.
Oh.
If I was Jacoby's house, where would I be?
well, it's quite large, isn't it?
You've
No.
got your scimitar.
No, you
I left it
didn't.
back there.
Did you?
I did.
Ollie.
It's fine. Oh, it's fine. I'll just leave it there.
In my experience, things tend to come round. So.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to run back and get it?
No, it's fine. I
No,
hardly use
we
it.
do not have
It's-
the time.
From
Yeah,
where
she
you
knows it's
are,
fine.
you guys can see that like the forces that were marshaled and brought out by Vendry have returned. Like they took your council, whatever happened. It seems there's a few lesser in number. They might have left some force out there to do expeditionary work now that they know exactly what they're looking for, but they have returned. You can see like at the gates from where you are, like there is a large contingent that is at the gates and they're
I am-
slowly filtering back into the city.
Immediately looking out to see if our father is there.
Yeah.
We sent him to the
Yeah.
hospital.
He's not
The
in that
infirmary.
group. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not
okay.
in
He
that
wasn't
group.
with that group.
No.
Is he gonna be safer in the city or with us?
I don't. Look, this thing is after our family. Regardless of bloodline, that means him too. While he is a
Is
liability.
it regardless of bloodline?
It said going after the whole clan. Granted, the whole bloodline thing is something Rackham said, but not necessarily in character, so I don't know if I'm metagaming or not. But either way, back in character, I don't trust anyone else with father. And while
Yeah.
he's a liability, he is our liability. And I think whatever's targeting us might be targeting him too.
All right.
This thing is
All
using
right.
us as bait as well.
Probably.
We can all go get him together, or you can find Jacoby and I can meet up.
I'll come
I
with you.
want us to get going as fast as I can, but I also do not want to continue splitting up.
We need to
If
get
something goes
together.
wrong in the next 10 minutes, we're going to be separated once again. So no, let's go together and let's go quickly.
Okay. Great. We hoof it to the infirmary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody's going?
We are
Yeah.
going.
Perfect.
We are speed walking.
Speed
I
walking.
am
All right,
holding
nice.
Lyndon up.
Excellent. You, along the way, bump into... There are a number of people now that are in the castle. The castle's starting to fill back up with the people that had abandoned or left the place under the commands that were requested. And you bump into a messenger who... Sergeant at Arms, Lady Cassandra has sent for me to find you. I couldn't find you anywhere. She's awaiting you in the council room. If you don't mind, I'd be happy to take you there.
No, she needs to wait. I need to find my father.
Well...
I'll go and you find Dad.
We just said
What
we
is
should
she gonna
split
do?
up.
Staying together lasted a good 2 minutes, Goose.
We're in the
You
city. We're
pushed
just
our
gonna.
limits.
We can't. You gonna piss with me? It's just
And
like
if the
we gotta-
dragon knell, yes, I would. At this point, I would. And you
That's
owe me because you
weird.
hit me in the back of my head.
Okay,
Good point.
fine.
True.
Good point.
There's a lot of things we gotta do. Let's just get them done. All right, and then we'll meet
Yes.
back. We're in the middle of the city. It'll be
You,
fine.
messenger boy,
Yes.
go tell Cassandra we'll be there in a few moments.
She specifically requested the two that were one. I don't know why it's cryptic, but
Of course.
You two.
he seems to struggle. He's reading. All right, I'll just let her know.
Regardless, yes.
and
Tell her
he-
to wait.
He waits basically beside you guys, like he's kind of accompanying you in the distance, just because he wants to take you to the meeting room so he's not sure what to do, so he follows you a little bit behind.
Alright.
Can I keep an eye out for Finch?
Yes, you can.
I was gonna ask what she was up to.
Yes, you can. And you don't have to wait
And
very
if she
long.
wanted to, and if she
Um,
wanted paid work as a carer for our father.
It's really funny because when you arrive to the infirmary, it's the timing of all this. I like that you remember NPCs like in the moment. She is in the infirmary aiding as a nurse. Essentially, she's running around looking after injured people that are in the city. When the knights arrived, there was some brawls broke out between people who wanted them there and not wanted them there, and things got a little bit busier. And then when you guys returned with the more wounded soldiers already, some of them had filtered and came along with you and have already found their way there. Your dad being one of them. Your dad does not look he has a scar on his eye. They've put a Band-Aid on his face. But other than that, he doesn't seem to have a whole lot of physical injuries. He seems more tired than anything. He's been run ragged, and at his age, it's not the greatest thing. So he's sitting in the corner. He's lying down in a bed. He's trying his best to get up, but he's being told, no, you need to sit and rest. And you watch as Finch, as other people are running around, like sort of providing aid, cold compresses, and working in this sort of triage unit. And walking there, you see her. You see your dad doing his best to try to get up out of bed, because you're not going to tell me what to do if my daughter... Oh.
Is that what I sound like? Oh.
That's exactly what you sound like.
He spies Juniper, and you see his demeanor kind of change. I mean, I'd be happy to just rest for a moment. I know it's good for me. I would never contravene anything for my good health. Oh, I didn't
you weren't
see
paying attention to orders, were you, again?
I didn't see. What a surprise! I didn't see you there. And you see Finch kind of... He's been a pain in my ass. Like, quite literally, your dad never listens to anything.
Well, that's good. That means his mental state has remained largely the same.
I mean, he's just like... And then she turns to face you, Goose. All right. I get it now. Sure. That makes sense. And then she turns around and keeps, like, bringing other things to other people who need more help at the moment, leaving you with your dad for the time being.
Time to go, father dearest.
I feel as fresh. And as he tries to stand up, you see he stumbles. His leg kind of gives up from under him.
Sorry about that.
Is there is there a wheelchair or any kind of, like, form of...
There's like a couple of... He has his own axe that he's been using as a cane. It's a little bit up his bed, but he's trying to reach for his double-headed axe to use as like a walking aid.
Okay, I'll grab it for him. Okay, you're going to need to walk with us for a bit.
Oh, I'm happy to go. Are we going home? Is this finally done?
No.
Well, the fields...
It won't be...
The fields need tending, Junie. They're not going to look after themselves.
Well, it will have to wait. We're going to visit a friend of the twins. And hopefully, at some point, this whole horrid time away from home will be done. But right now, you need to listen to me. And when I say listen to me, I mean it.
Junie, I'm not sure I really have the energy to go for any great long walks. I'm tired.
That hits Ollie hard. So, yeah.
Well, thankfully, we are walking to a place where we can sit you down and we're all going to have a rest. And not to mention, this friend of the twins is a great cook.
Oh.
And he is...
Best.
That sounds quite nice, actually.
Okay, so buck up.
I'm gonna look him up and down. Is he? I mean, we're gonna have to ride on horseback to get there.
There's no shot that your dad can ride on horseback right now. And actually,
Why are we riding on horseback?
when you're turning
we're
around
ride to the house.
You can see
The house is in Calaman.
Is it?
The house is on its way to Calaman. Whether or not it's arrived, it's
Oh,
probably
on the
arrived
way.
at this point.
We
but,
might have to meet it at some point.
But Goose, he looks to you and he's almost surprised. Goose, when did you come back? I thought.
Oh, God.
how's
I got
how's
back
the-
just recently, dude.
how's the band doing?
It's doing great, actually. Like, super good. Hey, J-Town, can you just, for a second?
What?
How are we gonna get him to the house? He can't walk, he can't ride. What's the plan here?
Well, if he can't walk, then we will drag his sorry ass to the house. Because I'm not leaving my father behind.
Okay, but I think the dragging thing might be worse for his health, you know?
When we're rested, I can make him fly, but I'd need to rest first, and we need to get to the house before we rest.
Is there any way to put a bed on wheels and have Ollie pull it along as a wolf or something?
Is there a wagon?
On the back of a cart. Wagon.
You could certainly commandeer a wagon or a cart for sure.
Well, that's what we'll
Let's do that.
And I will
Okay.
push him because we're not leaving him behind.
We'll
That-
get the horse to push the wagon. You don't have to body yourself that hard, J-Town.
I mean, until we get to the
Horses are
horse.
better pulling wagons, I find.
Alrighty.
I can't.
Right.
You could. I mean, Goose is good at an alternative here. We could just, and I will cast Minor Illusion to put a big X marks the spot on the back of his head and like an arrow up to the back of his head, up the back of his neck, and then the word Goose hit here on the back of his shoulder blade. And I'll say, Goose could just put him out of his misery. He's good at that.
Mm. Well,
That's
we'll
true.
leave that as a backup.
Put that in the
plan,
maybe
all right?
pile, huh?
All right, come on. I'm gonna go get our father, and I am gonna assist him with his crutches.
Goose is gonna help as well.
Okay, hang on. I need to make. Okay, cool.
Are we just assuming that when we get to Jacoby, we can just take his house?
When
charm
you
him.
reach for your dad, at that moment, there's like a shift. He has his axe in hand, and you're reaching to him like out of habit, kindly, but he has his back turned for a moment. And as you go to get either his axe or his wrist to try to grab for him, you watch there's a sudden shift in sort of temperament where old reflexes kick in. He's obviously confused about where he is, Juniper. There's no doubt about it. And he's been struggling. You know, old adventurers are very rare commodity. This is not very well tread territory. He instinctively reaches out for your hand, and it hurts when he grips. His face turns from like the befuddled old man that's sort of like really confused about where he is, and he looks almost through you, past you, talking to something that is not there. I told you, we are going to make our way there, and whatever's hunting my wife will stop. That is our destination, Sabian, and I will not hear another word of it. And with this, he kind of snaps back to realizing that he's gripping your hand and I'm sorry. I'm tired. I just want
That's
to
right.
rest.
That's why we need to get you to our friend's house.
He
Okay?
doesn't know where he is. He didn't remember
does-
that Goose had already returned, and he has seen Goose.
It
We
doesn't
don't need
matter.
to say that, Ollie. Okay?
Finch
We
will
just
be
gently-
beside, and Goose, she will sort of whisper something to your ear, just for your ear, saying, you could leave him with me. I mean, I've been around your sister enough. I think I could help, but it's, obviously it's your family.
Let me talk to her.
you can try.
Like, he almost never calls you Juniper, but he's gonna be like, Juniper. There's some things we do because we're scared, and there's some things we do for other people. Are you scared? I'm scared about losing Dad, obviously, but we don't know where we're going. We don't know how dangerous it's going to be. We don't know if, when we get there, we'll be able to take the house. We don't know, once we have the house, whether we'll be able to keep it. At some point, we're going to have to leave a infirm man who is losing his mind behind. We cannot take the path we're going on and take him as well. You know that.
I'm not scared of losing our father. As far as I'm concerned, every day I've lost him once in the morning, once in the evening. I lose him, he comes back. I lose him again. Do you know how often I have grieved for our father, and yet he still is there? He is confused. He is not in his right mind. He is not at home, he is far away, and he is surrounded by people who do not know him and whom he does not know.
Finch knows him.
I don't want him waking up and not being surrounded by people who know him and love him, whether he knows it or not. And leaving him behind is just going to be worse for the people around him. They don't know how to deal with his moods. They don't know how to deal with his anger. I do, okay? And I am
But
saying...
you're not going to be able to be around him, Junie. We're going in to fight dragons and mythical death knights. That's not something you can do and take care of Dad. You've got to give one up.
Goose. If we're not strong enough to carry our own, then what are we?
No,
People that are going to
agree with
have
Goose.
fights to the death.
I agree with Goose.
All right? We're going to fight to the death multiple times. And if we're not back to take care of Dad, he's going to wander. He's going to get himself into trouble. We can't be nurses and adventurers taking on dragons. All right?
Well, we'll take Finch with us, and she can stay in the house with Jacoby.
No,
And
Junie.
if the house gets attacked by a dragon or a death knight,
What of the countless undead within half a day's travel from here? There is no true place in this world that is safe completely, but if we are together, we are the safest. We keep splitting up. We need to stop. We need to stay close.
I agree with you, Ollie, but not with Dad. He's a liability, and we need to focus on saving what's left of this world.
Then
We're
perhaps
all
we follow what
liabilities.
Killer said. In the wilds, when someone... You notice he says it's someone, because he sees animals like that. When someone is unable to help, they're left behind to venture on their own and look after themselves. So, yes, I, in a way, agree. Maybe we should move on. Maybe that requires
not
strength
leaving
from
him
us.
behind, Ollie. We're leaving him with Finch. We're leaving him under the best care possible.
We know that this city is also in danger.
Yeah.
Junie, this is your
Yes.
choice right now. Come with us and fight, or stay here with Dad. But stop this ridiculousness of trying to bring him with us and have that be the main focus. I'm sorry, I can't put up with it anymore. Stay with him or come with us.
He's not going to be safe if we take him with us, Juniper.
You know, this is just typical. This is just typical, okay? I've had to do this for so long. You've all had the luxury of being able to leave. And now that you have to do it just once, you can't. We're all in danger anyway. He is our father.
And the best thing for him is to stay here.
Maybe if we try to...
Honestly,
Contact
Juniper,
our
honestly,
grandmother.
if you tell me right now, heart to heart, that you think he'll be safer with us when we don't know where we're going, we don't know what we'll face, we don't know where we're going. If you tell me he'll be safer with us, then I'll bring him. Then I'll organize a carriage.
Goose, he doesn't know where he is.
I know.
Exactly. Are we gonna fight alongside him when he doesn't know who we are and where we are, why we're there?
Just
Okay.
keep
I
down
barely
the
walk.
load, Juniper.
I mean,
Keep
part
down
of that
the
was
load,
me. I
all right?
shot him through the ankle.
I look at Junie and I look like I'm gonna slap her in the face. And instead I pull her in for a hug. And I just hold on to her. And I say, you've done such a good job looking after him, Junie. But right now you need to look after us. And this is a hard choice, I understand. But we need you.
At that moment, you hear
You can do more with us.
Finch kind of approaches again, Goose, and she'll tell you, if you don't have to leave right away, you can leave him with me tonight. I'll watch him and then come and check on him tomorrow. And then maybe you can decide. I'm not trying to
go.
All right, well,
We have to leave. We have to get to the house so that we
There's
can
this
be
whole
moving
thing
while we sleep.
I try and fill in as much as I can to Finch.
Everyone needs to say your goodbyes now. Okay? Because if not, you will regret it. And I won't have that. So, all of you need to go say your goodbyes to our father now. And then we will go.
Okay.
I don't let go of Junie.
okay. Your dad is sitting, he's obviously sitting there, Axe sort of beside him, and he's listening to what is being said. He will look to whomever's closest to him, maybe Ollie, the youngest, and he will look up. Well, it's funny that nobody asked me my opinion, I suppose, about all of this.
Forgot you were there, big guy.
Weren't sure if you knew where you were there. Not.
I drift in and out, but I still hear and still understand most of what's happening. I know I'm not easy to be around and to look after. I tend to be stubborn, but I think as much as I love adventuring as the next big guy, and with that he looks to Lyndon, maybe almost sarcastically when he says next big guy, he will... You can say goodbye for now, but I have every confidence in you that wherever you're going, you will all be successful. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I've only ever wanted you to be better than me, and you've done so years ago. And I'm sure that I would have succeeded at whatever dragon nonsense you're talking about, so if I could do it, what's to stop you? I do love all of you, and I wish I'd been a better father. But I couldn't have asked for better children. He'll stand up. It takes a little bit of doing, but he will go with each one of you and just tap you on the shoulder, give you a hug, whisper words of encouragement. And to you, Juniper, he will specifically say, there's nothing for you to worry about. I'll be fine. And if I'm not, well then it would have been my time either way. Paladine bless us. You will persevere. And I will see you again, in this world or the next. Right, can I have some pudding, please? I'm quite hungry. And he sits down and calls for the nurse to bring over some food, and Finch is like, all right, I guess
Ollie
pudding.
would like to walk up to him at some point as well.
Sure.
I'll also take some pudding, please.
So pudding is brought in a moment, but your father is happy having said his piece, but you can absolutely hang out with him if you want to.
Ollie is going to walk up and cast Cure Wounds. Everyone seeing it be damned, using his last spell slot.
Sure.
And he's going to sit down next to him and just look over.
I want you, before you, as you cast Cure Wounds, I need you to make a religion check for me, please.
Natural 20. The natural 20.
Nat 20?
Woo!
As you reach out and call upon the power of the deity that has lent you in part this power, you reach and you, for the first time, your father has injuries on his legs from the arrow that went through. He got hooked, and that's kind of partially saved his life. The damage that he took to his face, But as you lay hands on him to cure the superficial wounds and the deeper ones, your father's old. He has lived a long time. For a human, he is fairly well advanced. You know that you have another 100 years at least of life ahead of you, but he is nearing the end of his journey. When you touch him to heal him, the disease that is upon his mind is definitely not natural. He, at some point in his adventuring, you don't know what it is, you don't know when it would have happened or how it would have happened, but he has suffered a wound to his mind that has never been healed. And the moments of memory that he has flitting to and from, yeah, he took a beating, he probably took some injuries to the head, sure, but certainly what has happened to him is not just a natural occurrence of his advanced age. Something has done this to him. You know, with the Nat 20, that lesser restoration would do nothing to fix this. But there might be magic that exists in this world that would help your father.
Ollie is filled with a new sense of purpose. Noting this, wide-eyed panic, but awe. He has a million questions that he wants to ask, but he looks to see that everyone's getting ready to leave and doesn't want to hold them up. And then there's an expression of determination that starts to pull over his face, and he pushes it back to his mind as something to solve later, to talk with the twins, to research and whatnot. He remembers why he sat down, and he looks to his father. Just in case this is the last time we see each other, I've always wanted to say this to you.
What is it, Ollie? Do you want some pudding as well?
No. I'm so sorry for taking her from you. And you may say that that wasn't my fault, but I'm the one that decides that. I'm learning to not bear that weight. But I want to make a promise to you, Father. I will not let any of my siblings fall. And on top of that, I'm going to do my best to fix what is happening to you and your mind.
You see him sort of looks at you, and again there's like that moment where he fades and is kind of in a different memory, and staring at you in the face, he says, "We'll name him Oleander. That's a good name. That's a strong name. And no, I won't hear otherwise. Look, you've named all the other ones. That one, I get to name, and Oleander it is." And then he sort of, right. He seems to have heard part of what you said. Part of it he wasn't there for anymore. As he bites deep into his pudding, he gives you a hug and he says quietly, "You're always my favorite."
You're not meant to have favorites, Father.
Shh.
It happens.
And with that, he will continue eating his
Did
food.
we ever hear that?
No.
I rolled 18.
They
No,
better
no,
not.
no, no. He whispered with a mouthful of like pudding right in his ear, and there's like pudding on your ear.
Nothing like
Nothing
last
beats a
words
dad
with
whisper.
Your parents to drive internal rifts.
Yeah, I was gonna say if the twins heard that Oleander was the favorite.
What I like to think is that at some point during our whole lives, we've all heard that, like secretly. You're actually my
Classic,
favorite.
classic
Yeah.
dad behavior.
Classic. Yeah.
Hedge your
That-
bets.
Dads are the worst, dude.
I think Corey has gone really, very Corey, very cold.
Mm.
Apart from holding on to Junie and she still hasn't let go, Corey is not really going to show any sort of emotion slip from the like very stone mask that she's wearing at the moment.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
That one.
Despite your best efforts, Corey, despite your deadening of feelings, there is inside of you, in your stomach, in your heart, in your mind, that burning feeling of you rarely feel it. The last time you felt it to this extent was when you accidentally stabbed your brother. And sort of that.
Yep.
There's a loss of control that is just so appealing in this moment. You know you could burn it all down. You don't.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't, but you know you could. And Lyndon, who's immediately beside you with a nat 1, Corey, her face doesn't betray anything, but you swear that behind those eyes there is fire, literal fire burning for the briefest of moment before it fades away. And where you go reptilian cold, calculating in those moments of panic or those moments of almost association, that gift that your mom gave you that we don't speak of, your sister grows fiery and burning, and it's at the edge, but she's just able to hold it in place in this infirmary. You're the only one who saw it, but it's there. With that,
Time to go, family.
the messenger is still waiting about 40 feet away. Should I take you to Lady Cassandra now?
Oh, for fuck's
Yes.
sake. I'm so sick of this woman.
I'm sorry, I'm doing my job.
It's not your fault. Let's go.
With that, you make your way. You see that as you follow this messenger through the hallways, she's moved away from the big, large meeting room, and she's made herself, a modest meeting room down the hall from the council chamber. You can see that there's a table that's covered with, like, various reports. Marshal Vendry is now in the chamber with her, as is Garrett. And from here, through the windows, you can see the city harbor. You can see the ships that are starting to accrue. And as she looks to you, thank you for joining me here. Marshal Vendry has reported on what she's seen and what actions she's taking, along with Garrett Highwater. I am the last remaining council member. The city is looking for people to blame for this. Despite my best efforts, and before you get angry, your names have come out as the people who have recently arrived. I have mollified them by dispensing large, vast quantities of steel to assuage the population, and I have a plan in place. You are true heroes of the city. You have truly saved what remained of the council, and despite my best boneheaded efforts to achieve glory on the battlefield, I made situation worse. Marshal Vendry confirmed that for me, and I owe you a formal apology. I would like to, if and with your consent, maybe not at this moment because it feels like the city would revolt, but the council chamber needs new members, and I could think of no one more worthy than all of you. I have also called a special friend, and that she looks to both of you, Lyndon and Corey. And you can see arriving to the chambers behind, walking with a different messenger, the black-robed mage of the tower. Now, there's nothing to worry about.
My dagger.
Yeah. I have explained the situation quite thoroughly to our friend, and you watch as she shoots daggers to both of you as she steps in. She pulls out 3 bundles. 1 red, 1 white, 1 black, and she puts them on the table in front of the two of you. I have made an agreement with the tower for the time being. I was expelled, both of you know. But you were not. You were meant to take your examination. You are, as per the tower's rules, meant to be hunted down. Now, I have paid a great deal of money for this, and they have accepted to temporarily befit you with a token of your intent, and that will be sufficient for now for them to call off the hunt. And with that, you see, as the representative of the high tower here in town, Wyhan, is here in front of you with a bundle of each collar in front, and she pointedly looks to both of you and says, choose.
Few of them.
So,
That's pretty
that was
spooky.
spooky.
We'll point towards the red.
Okay. With that, she produces... Which of you takes the red bundle?
Oh, is that
But we one of each. We can't do the same color.
There's one of each.
I take white.
Yeah, I grab the red and then hand it out to you,
Yeah.
and then realize, like, oh, what? There's only one?
Break it in half.
With the red bundle taken, she looks at you, Lyndon, and the mage will push out the black bundle towards you as an invitation to join. Either she was very impressed by you, or she maybe there's always plays within plays at this place. Either she's impressed by you and wants you to join possibly her order, or she finds you to be a threat and wants to have more control over your actions. Either way, she pushes the black bundle at you.
They feel odd. Fear attack.
Aye.
I'll hand the red to Corey and grab the black.
There's a small smile that crosses...
I'll smile at the lady in the black robes.
Okay, she is a curt smile, and with this, Cassandra... I'm glad this is finally behind us. She'll nod to the mage, who will reply to Cassandra, I will not be summoned and then dismissed like a commoner. She will stand, and then she will walk around.
No, you'll be sent on the most important of missions. I threw a dagger at you, and it means a lot to me. Could you go get it back for me, please? Bring it back here. It'd be great.
Okay. Give me a second. You're an elf.
As the future council members of Calaman,
I need you to make, please, a wisdom saving throw, but with advantage.
Nice. 19 plus 4, 23.
The charm effect that she tries to put on you does not find purchase on your elven mind. When Corey begins talking about future council members, you watch her eyes almost like grow out of her skull.
sorry, did you not know who we are?
Follow me to the
I will send someone to fetch it for you.
Good girl.
You're pushing your luck. She looks at you. You could tell that by her face. She is. But here in this moment, in this place, Cassandra says, well, with that unpleasantness out of the way, you are true heroes of the city. I have begun the works to restore balance and peace and safety to the city walls. One of the first ordinance, and she looks at the marshal, has been to bring back a sense of religious purpose to this town. I find that people here have nothing to believe in save for us, the people, but there is a higher order, and we've all seen it in the nights now. The constellations fading in and out, the gods are sending us a message, and I think it is important for us to finally turn our gaze back to them. So, with that in mind, I've reopened the chapel. We are rededicating it. But what, what do you plan to do? I cannot...
Well, firstly, rename the city. I've got some ideas, but...
I'm gonna make my
Once we
mistake
ban the
canon.
dragons, we want to call it
Taliban.
How do you feel about Caliban?
Rolls off. I thought it was Caliban the whole time. I've been calling it that.
Right?
I know. Shocking.
Okay, well, this is far from over. We still have an army. We need to prepare Caliban for the siege. Oh my god, sorry, my sinuses is so bad. We need to prepare Caliban for the siege. Not to mention...
Did she say Caliban? See, it is catchy.
Oh my
it is
god,
catchy.
no, I'm very stuffy.
No, I know.
Stuffy.
Cassandra.
There's the siege, and then there's a whole mass of
Yes.
potential dragons about to be resurrected.
That
we're hopefully going to go stop. But Junie's right. You need to fortify this city as best you can and protect it from the oncoming armies.
Garrett will pipe
Not
up.
to
Wait.
mention-
Where are you going? Dragons? What?
We need to stop a potential death knight from reawakening an ancient city that could cause devastation globally.
That's what we're doing. You gotta handle the city business.
Well, as
We'll
the
handle-
remaining
unless you wanna
council
swap.
member, you need to
You wanna
handle the
swap.
city. Exactly.
Yes, but aren't we the council now?
Not yet.
But
We've
I
not
don't-
accepted it, Ollie.
And you hear Cassandra. There's a whole oath that you have to take. There's a process. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. And once you've sworn an oath to protect the city, and so on and so forth, and then shown to the population of Calaman, then and only then will you become full council members. But we could do this tomorrow. It takes a little bit of time of doing into, or maybe next week, once the population have settled.
We don't have time. There is someone fleeing on a dragon to do this ancient magic. You're
How
the
about this,
council
Cassandra?
member, as you said. Handle this town. Do
She
your
leans
job.
she leans forward and says, "It's going to look like I've murdered them all. Do you not see it? I left, I came back, they're all dead, and now suddenly I'm the sole council member? It's not that I'm in deep love with all of you. You know, Hiddekel knows I've got history with those two," and she looks directly at the twins.
Well,
I
you have
There are two of us. That's right. Took you long enough to work that out, by the way.
perhaps if we were to have some stewards in our place while we're away, people that we would trust and want protected.
Who would you name?
I would not particularly want to put anyone in our place that might not make decisions that we would make, actually. How about a
How about
temporary
Finch?
position?
Sure. Anyone to help show that I do not mean to be a dictator or a queen of Canaman, but rather it's host.
Yes.
It's keeper for the time being until things can be settled. Image
Put Finch
means
as our
everything.
steward.
Finch, who's your friend.
She was the
trusted
front man
friend.
for Kryn Sin. I'm sure she'll be highly qualified for this position.
When you
She
broke
was
it,
also going to be a sacrifice to the dragon lady and survived.
That too.
Could be a
I'm-
good
She's worth a
figurehead.
weight in gold.
make an insight
She
check,
knows her
please. Yeah, make an insight check.
Can anyone do it?
Anyone.
Good.
At one.
Good. 8.
8. 1. No good. No good.
You'd better.
Four.
Ollie gets an 11.
11. Jeez. Okay.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
the best you can tell is that she knows who Finch
tired.
is for, obvious reasons, Goose. She was
Mm.
caught in their house and, was handed over at some point. And so she is well aware of who Finch is. There's a reticence there, but then she finally nods her head. Fine, then Finch it is. And it'll give me a chance
She's
to...
good with people. She's great with people. She'll know how to win support. And furthermore, she doesn't like you all that much, so we're happy to have her as our stead.
Perfect.
What
Excellent.
about? I mean, I'm kind of looking to Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what his position is or what the hierarchy is, but I mean, if she's willing to appoint us as council members, it's
Garrett
like,
goes,
well, you know.
Oh, no. If you're heading and fighting and following, I'm coming with you.
The
Garrett.
fight is coming.
There's gonna be plenty of fighting here.
But
Mate.
where are you going?
We look around.
Can't
Black Wizard's
tell
still
you.
here.
You can't, well, whisper it in my ear.
No, we're not gonna tell you, Garrett.
Well, it doesn't seem, if the whole
going to the
fate...
shops for milk.
All right, fine, but like if the whole fate of the city or this place rests on the five
The
of
whole
you...
fate of the city rests on your shoulders if we leave you here in charge, Garrett. If you're not here to guide them, this city falls. We fall to Death Knights, dragons, and
He looks around
undead.
like, all I've done is seen my brother get killed, then I got captured. I've done nothing useful. I want to be
then
useful.
fight.
You're right. You're really pitching yourself as a solid ally to come along with us.
Linton, look, there
What?
is
True.
there is no point in throwing yourself away in a quest for glory. Sometimes the hard thing is to stay behind and deal
Let me
with
sit down.
squabbles
Yes, please do.
and the fight that will be coming here. The hardest thing will be to sustain morale and spirits for long times, to argue with people who are hungry and scared. And you are a hero, Garrett, and you can be that person they turn to.
So the hard part is to leave and stay behind.
Oh, this is so useless and a waste of our time. Garrett, be a hero and save the city. Stay, and if you come with us, I'll kill you. Got it? Can we go now, please, family?
And then just connect quietly to Garrett.
Yeah.
In this moment.
Yeah.
And I want to say, your brother. He was probably someone that would stay for duty and for honor and for the others. But more than that, all of us here are leaving, though none of us want to, because our father is here. And in a way, we're all asking for you to help us protect our family. And I know that is a hard question, a request. It's what happened to yours, but all of us here would have tried to save your brother, as we tried and did save you. So please stay, and don't be killed by my sister.
Nice. With this, he will not argue at the point any further. He will nod to you, though he is obviously unhappy with what he has to do, but he will do it. And in this scene, as you guys are in this chamber and you're getting ready to leave and find Jackalby and get some rest along the way, you do hit level 6. We're going to end it here with you guys leveling up.
Hell yeah!
Well done indeed. Well done. You guys did exceedingly well. That was good. Let's
rolling our hit points on stream.
You are.
Can we end on the shot of us leaving the city and Goose is like scratching in a bee over the Calaman side?
Nice. Yes, we would absolutely do that. And there's the music in the background is like a freeze frame from an 80s intro song. You're the best around. So why don't we roll our hit points? What kind of system is Dragonlance Shadow Wolf as? It's D&D 5e, 5th edition. You can check, it's an official module that we're running through. Oof! Scared the hell out of me. Let's go around the table and roll our hit points. Who wants to go first? Don't all raise your hands at once. Perfect.
I'll go.
All right, Goose. Roll your... Are you leveling up into your sorcerer or into your fighter?
In sorcerer again. I'm gonna use my nice like golden red dice.
Okay.
Dragonlance. Fucking shit.
Is it a 1?
No.
Well done. Well done.
I'm gonna start losing
not a
HP
good
at this
sign.
rate.
You got
Well earned.
Don't.
Don't spend them all at once, buddy.
Of the twins, whose turn is it to roll?
It's
My
Rob's turn.
All right,
I
Rob.
say disgruntled.
See, if I roll a 6, I can go above more than 50% of my current hit points.
Yeah.
I can go from 11 to 17. Already.
I don't want to see. I don't want to watch it.
Here it comes.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
boy, it was a 6.
Nice. Why did it take so long? You're like, did you forget how numbers work? Was it spinning?
No,
I was waiting for me to open.
I didn't
Oh,
wanna
you,
give an
okay.
Audible reaction.
Nice. Well done. 6. Goose.
Sick.
Your frail wizard siblings are about to have more hit points than you, dude.
Listening to a good episode.
It's fine. It's
That's
fine.
wild.
Have a great day and a lovely night.
Thanks, Classic Sen. That's very kind. Juniper, I'm gonna make you go next.
Will do. Okay.
Here it comes. Here comes a 15.
That is I rolled a 2.
2. Okay. You went to
Woo!
the Goose School of Leveling Up, and
I
Ollie.
sure did.
5 with 2, 7.
Nice.
So 5. I rolled a natural 5.
Well
nice.
done. Well done.
Yeah,
That's better. I think, is that average for you? It is, actually.
Yeah.
No, nailed it. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
All right, that's very good. All right.
That's fine.
Somebody asked in one of the Discords. We haven't talked about it yet, about when we're gonna do the next prequel and how much, because we have somebody already donated $25 towards it. I think we wanted to do like we did last time, which was what, $100. Once we get there, then we'll start planning for the next prequel. I'll tell you, the next prequel is Juniper's prequel.
That's right. It's Farming Simulator 2023.
It is not Farming Simulator. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a... Ibis, thank you for gifting 2 subs. And so we'll announce it more fulsomely next week, I want to say. It'll give me a chance to prepare. We're done for today. Next week we'll be back with episode 22, and things will be totally fine in the Northern Wastelands. Very safe. Let's go around the table and say where we can find everybody and you know what your guys are up to, and we'll start. We finished with we finished with Rob last time. Rob, we'll start with you.
It's starting with me. Excellent. Just one question about the level up. We're getting the hit points now, but we're not actually doing the level up.
There is no fighting between now and your next rest, so you can actually level up.
So we can just actually.
Unless suddenly the sun would turn around and slap Y-Hand in the face, in which case you don't.
Yeah.
Maybe don't do that, but let's do it. Let's.
I got 13 HP. Let's dance, baby.
Let's go, baby. All right. Hi, everybody. I hope you liked the game today. My name's Robert Hartley, GM. I am a Dungeon Master professionally, and I do TTRPG related things full time. You can find me all over the internet: YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Kick. That's a new one. I've got a podcast, all sorts of stuff. Find me everywhere at Robert Hartley GM. You can also find me as the Dungeon Master for a comedy group called Viva la Dirt League.
Awesome. Thank you, Rob. AJ.
You said TTRPGs so quickly that it sounds like titty RPGs.
Titty RPGs.
Yeah. Hi, my name is AJ Winter.
I play a lot of them.
Yeah. I was about to say, where can I sign up for that
Anyway.
one, please? Thank you.
Yeah. I'm a professional dungeon master and world builder from Winter's Tales. If you're interested in more of the stuff that I do, you can find all of the previous episodes of the Chronicles of Aelwyn, the Winter's Tales flagship Dungeons and Dragons show, over on YouTube. We're currently in between seasons, season 2 and season 3, but expect some really exciting things coming up, some one-shots in the future, some little mini-series that I'm putting together. And then season 3 is going to be kicking off soonish in the year, so stay tuned for that.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thanks
AJ.
for being here.
Dread. I always have to say your name like that. I can never just say Dread. It has to be Dread.
It's you can't not. It's just one of those names. Hi, I'm Dread GM. I am from the channel Dread GM, brand Dread GM, all Dread GM ecosystem. If you want to see what I'm doing, you can find me most consistently on the Twitch channel, where I am currently running a Call Cthulhu campaign, which is an entirely different beast of the titty RPG stage. It's spooky, it's scary, it's hard, and it's a lot of gosh darn fun.
Nice.
If you want to know what else I'm doing, follow me on Twitter, or subscribe on the YouTube channel, where we're fast approaching 800 subscribers,
Nice.
which is very cool. We're on 735, so yeah, we're gonna get there. But thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the story today, because I know I did. And yeah, thank you guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Dread. Zach.
It's me,
It's you.
Zach Speaks Giant, on all the things. I have a YouTube channel where you can find silly D&D stories and my own silly thoughts as well. And I've had a podcast that's been going for a freakishly long time, which you can check out that as well.
Why freakishly? I don't. Okay. Hey, did you see the image of your new character, by the way? Did Scarlett send it to you?
Yes, I did. I love it so much.
Okay, perfect. We'll talk about that in a minute. But last but not least, Ellen.
Hi. I am Ellen. I am Ellen K Graham 1 on Twitter, so follow me there. I'm EllieB96 on Instagram, or if you want to follow my drag king, that is FBoyGeorge69. Gotta give it to him. Also on Instagram, follow me there. And yeah, for any other Adelaideans, you can find me tomorrow night. Yeah, Adelaideans.
Is that the demonym for Adelaide? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Pokemon.
Yeah.
For me, it reminds me of Nickelodeon. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, the whoever hails from Adelaide, yeah, find me performing at My Lover Cindy's tomorrow night for Are You Drinking Comfortably, an adult drag story time event. Very, very fun, but mainly check out Roll to Cast, please. That's ROLE to cast. We have a YouTube channel, but mainly we're a podcast. Subscribe and listen. Each season is a different game system, and we are into our 3rd episode of Die, the RPG with me as GM. So please check that out. I really, really appreciate it.
Nice.
That's all for me.
Cool. All right. Well, we're gonna be heading out here soon. Zach, can I show your character? Can I show your character on stream?
Hell yeah, do it.
Cool. Cool. Just super quick. We're starting a new campaign on Wednesday nights, my time. So like, I don't know, Thursday mid-morning. I have no idea how time works. Soon. I'm very excited about it. It's gonna be dope as hell. It's gonna be super cool. This is Zach's new character.
What time is it for you, Rapid?
It's gonna be at 8 p.m. So 8 to 11 EST.
Ooh,
and Zach's character is a
I'm an origami boy.
Origami boy, basically. This is a sketch of it,
rings?
and it looks really cool.
I was a messed up true polymorph spell, and out of a wizard spell book.
Yeah,
I love it.
And I got made
You
halfway.
see the page numbers there as well. I think.
That's so
letters.
cool.
And stuff like
very-
That
it's like
is
Arcane Runes.
amazing.
Yeah, an origamancer. It's gonna be cool. Anyway, okay, sorry. I was very pleased with this. So we're starting that soon. Tomorrow for me on Twitch is homebrew/world building, and then Friday I'm gonna go back to Elden Ring. I've been trying to play Elden Ring. That game's crazy addictive, you guys. I didn't know. I started playing and I was like, oh my god, I dreamt about it, and I die in my dreams too. It's fine, but it's still a fun game. So anyway,
I can't imagine somebody who found the Jump King a pleasurable experience.
Jump King was great. I love Jump King.
Would also love Elden Ring.
And Elden Ring, somehow I died probably like 80 or 100 times now, and I love every one of them.
Goodbye forever. See you later.
All right, bye everyone. Thanks for being here. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.